What's up, everybody?
What's up with it, everybody? What's going on?
And
what's up, Gina?
Hey, Rod. Ready to overreact to some 49ers versus Commanders.
Absolutely.
And just missing Dan right now, but he'll be in. And
shortly.
Ready to announce a couple of new crew members to the channel.
You dig? Yes.
Let's do it. We've got welcome to GinaReppinDaBay Productions. First up, the Wise Soul.
Yo, what up? It's gang over here. We in here now. See, they done messed up and let me get on the platform full time, and we gonna have some fun. We told y'all this week we coming. Thank you, Gina.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Rod, appreciate it.
You've been on enough times, and you might as well be a permanent face on, and come as often and as many times as you like. Rep, you're a Niner fan. And we also have love for someone who's been on the show so many times, Mr. Jordan Watkins.
Yeah,
he's a Falcons fan, but he's got so much knowledge. He's the former D lineman from Stanford and played with Christian McCaffrey and works for the Warriors. Go Dubs.
Yep. There we go.
Go Dubs. Appreciate you having me on. First off, Gina, and congratulations for you having your own platform now, doing what you want to do. Rod, what's good? Wise, what's good? And of course, like you said, the Warriors. That trick got whooped last night. That's all I got to say about it.
Yes.
Yes.
Dang.
And I want to say hello to everyone in the chat. But guys, so much for coming on, and we're gonna blow up huge. I just know it.
Oh, no doubt.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes. Tell a friend. Tell a friend.
Yes. And another announcement I want to make is we have moderators now. We have Nate Dogg. Hello, Nate.
Nate Dogg.
Nate.
Let's go, Nate.
Appreciate everything you do, man. Appreciate you, Nate.
Absolutely. And he should be joining us soon. Mark, and you all know Marcus.
Marcus.
Love Marcus.
What's up, Marcus?
Yeah, he's also another moderator. So I want to say what's up to Miss Debbie Deb, who is, as you could see in the intro, our one and only Patreon member. And thank you so much, Miss Debbie. And we encourage everyone to join. There's two tiers. One is for $5. The other one's for $10. And for $10, for $5, you show your gratitude and help keep us going. And for $10, we give you behind the scenes content. You get to know what questions we're going to be talking about, topics, and find out what's going on and stuff like that. And what guests we're going to be having on before everyone finds out. All right. So hello to Cindy Sin in the chat. Hello, Christian. Welcome back. Jesus. Down. And who else? Oh, there's Dan.
There you go.
Dan the man.
What's up?
Dan the man in the building.
I'm trying to fix my stuff real quick. I'm trying to figure it out. It's just not.
No, we get it. You got to take the camera where the Steinway is. I get it, my guy.
Right. I'm like,
wait a minute. I already know.
Like, no, this ain't it.
This ain't popping.
I gotta get this fixed. You know what I'm saying? Like immediately.
Oh God. Thank you, Nate. Yes, become a Patreon member today and help us. We appreciate it so much.
Appreciate y'all.
That's meant
we're not successful unless you help us.
Absolutely.
Shoot, I was about to miss out on tickling the keys.
Nah, he moved quickly, see?
Boy,
he moved quickly.
They was about to miss out on the keys. I promised people some tunes.
I'm about to say he has a Rams hat on, but it looks like he's in Cliff Kingsbury's draft room right now.
not Cliff Kingsbury. This Sean McVay draft room.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'll call y'all back in a little bit. I'm about to get on the podcast. Hey, Pop, jump on the podcast that I sent you.
There
All
you
right.
go.
All right. All right, now.
This is just some of the stuff you're gonna get on the show coming up. We
I
coming.
love
I'm
it.
telling y'all.
I love it.
Like I got the parents tuning in. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
got
what's
the
up.
parents tuning in.
Oh
All
man,
right.
hey, well, I'm not holding back nothing I say, so it is what it is. They know we all grown.
Guys, I can
I'll
only
see
drink.
them.
I can only drink out of the copper tonight because it's Steinway vibes. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I got you.
It's
Hey,
Steinway vibes. So
respect.
I can only drink out of the copper tonight.
See, you better than me. I'm usually on the Kamaya vibes. I usually just drink it out the bottle. What?
Okay.
Well, see,
And no worries, Cindy Sin. He's got child support payments. So even though we know you ain't got kids, it's all good.
Oh, hey,
but he said diapers thing. I know I've been there. But next generation, I can't.
Hey, Sin, I tried to help you
I
out,
have
man.
not.
She dry snitched on you, boss. She dry snitching on you.
That's hilarious.
So the other good thing about Patreon tier 2 for $10 a month is you get to submit a question. And right now, Miss Debbie Deb is the only one in tier 2, so she gets to ask a few questions. So let's get her in the mix right now and get
What's
this
up, Miss
question
Debbie?
going.
Yeah, what's happening?
So she asked, do you think Kyle, being that he's picking on players, is getting better results out of them? Because it seems to be, I don't know, is it working in your opinion? Because maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Yes. Okay, I'll be the first. Yes.
There you go.
Absolutely. Yes, it is definitely working. I mean, it started with Bosa. Last week he got on. Who was it last week? Was it the offense? I think he said something about the offense. This week, I think it was the defense again as a whole. He got on them again. So, hey, the results are kicking. And then you heard about, now Shanahan and Kittle, how they kind of have a little, beef going now or whatever have been going on. So we'll see. We'll see.
Right. Trying to like prove them wrong or whatever. Like
exactly. I mean, when you're on a winning streak, nothing is negative in the locker room right now. When you're on a winning streak, nothing is negative.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Whatever he's doing, keep doing it. Like, I mean,
right.
Keep the wheels rolling. So if he getting in players, and they ass, like keep getting in their ass and sparking the fire, because Kittle's been balling out the last month. I mean, I'm not gonna say we haven't seen Kittle play.
Wise, I got him in my fantasy. Month is a stretch. I would say the last 2-3 weeks.
Is it a stretch though?
Yeah, I got him in fantasy.
You talking fantasy numbers? I'm talking on the field. Like,
I mean, I'm talking about production. I'm trying to.
Yeah. Well, it ain't going well for me tonight, so we ain't gonna talk about that. But anyway, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, Kyle, and we're gonna keep rocking with you for sure.
Yeah. Also, too, I mean, think about in the past, like the whole Ayuk thing, the doghouse thing, and Danny Gray. He was, not even playing, and then he started getting time on special teams, which has improved. And then look at Womack. Womack is now, as a rookie, I mean, rookies don't really get a lot of time, and now he's getting time, reps, filling in for people that are getting injured, so I feel like everything's just kind of, gelling.
I think we both forget too, though. Womack was starting at the beginning of the year because Ward was out. So Womack was
That's right.
Was in at the nickel. Yeah, he played the nickel at the beginning. And so he was actually balling at the beginning of the season.
I like him so much.
Exactly. And for whatever happened, they ended up switching, and then they brought in Diamado, Lenore in there.
Yeah.
And then Ward was on his way back. So
right.
It's just been different since. So, and then we saw who got exposed yesterday, Mr. Lenore.
It was a rough day. It was a rough day for him.
Mm-hmm.
See, I would have to say this is not on Kyle picking on the players. The reason why I say that is, like, for example, we talk about George Kittle, right? And the reason I think why we brought him up is because of his actual pass catching production. Let's not act like before he started. And I mean, again, I think the thing with that too is, well, usually for a young quarterback, what is the best thing a young quarterback can have? Is a really good tight end. Every single time, that's what they can have. And so now you have Brock Purdy in. That's no surprise to me that George Kittle's numbers are a lot better. But even before that, the thing for me is, I know, Rod, you got a question, so I'm gonna let you get to it.
No, yeah. That's the only reason why I didn't want to stop. I apologize.
So my thing is, was George Kittle still the really good run blocker? And when he needed to be pass blocker before that, like this run game was still pretty solid. So I don't think that it was a full thing of all of a sudden Kyle Shanahan's getting on him that he's improving. Just like I don't think that it's a full thing that he got on Nick Bosa and Nick Bosa started producing. I don't think that's the case. But I think part of it, at least for the George Kittle standpoint, is, again, it's who's at quarterback now in terms of the experience and whatnot, what have you. You rely on your tight ends a whole lot more. You usually see that, again, a lot with other young quarterbacks around the NFL. That's usually the case.
There you go. Because I was just about to say, it's crazy how Kittle blows Jimmy G's mind the way that he does for not getting the ball the way that he does. That he doesn't get the ball. I'm like, why are you on this dude so tough like that? But Brock Purdy gets you the ball. He gets you in opportunities to shine. Your boy has been here for years, and you've been looking like he hadn't been looking like 100 player, one of the best 100 players in the league. He just looked like another blocker out there. So now all of a sudden he's turning him into an actual tight end again, and now Brock Purdy's actually looking for him.
Right.
Like I agree with Jordan. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, George Kittle all of a sudden is becoming George Kittle because of Brock Purdy. They just flat out didn't call plays for George Kittle when your boy Jimmy was back there. So if they call in more blocking plays and George Kittle is better in the blocking game as well, then, like Jordan said, the young quarterback is going to need, a safety outlet. What's a young quarterback safety outlet? It's the tight end spot. That's across the league. That's been decade after decade. So we're not going to now be like, oh, the emergence of George Kittle is because of some great, idea by Brock Purdy. I mean, it's simply acknowledging the fact that every young quarterback uses their tight end more than they use anybody else if they have a tight end to use.
Then that's crazy because, and I'm agreeing with y'all, but I'm shaking my head because that's crazy how bad Jimmy Garoppolo was then, because that's exposing even that much more of a handicap he was if you had to utilize Kittle that way. You get what I'm saying? Because now that it changes, it goes with y'all's point, and I'm like, that's terrible, man. Like, gosh, we was being held back.
But you gotta look at it this way also. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, man.
I was gonna say, well, I mean, think about it this way. Think about the reason why, for the first place, for you as 49er fans, why you thought Trey Lance was gonna have so much success had he not gotten hurt. It's because of what is all around him, right? So all of a sudden, boom, he goes down. Jimmy comes in. Everyone's praising Jimmy for looking so good. Well, guess what? Jimmy has all the same stuff around him that Trey Lance was supposed to have. Then, boom, Jimmy goes down, but you also brought Christian McCaffrey in. So you bring in even more weapons. Now Brock Purdy looks this good too. So that's the whole thing about it, where it's just like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this to take away anything from Brock Purdy. I'm also not trying to take anything away from how Jimmy G looked, especially the last couple of weeks that he was playing. But it's at the same time, with the weapons that the Niners came in with, especially at the start of the year, didn't you expect a quarterback to look kind of good with all those weapons? There's only so many teams in the NFL that have anywhere near the amount of weapons that the 49ers have.
I agree, Debbie.
But Garoppolo had more, i.e., that's why Debo was there. Mm-hmm. But look what Brock is doing without Debo.
Sure.
His numbers are even better. It's like, he don't even need Debo. He don't even need Elijah. Like, we're doing this without them. We're putting up even better numbers. So, and these are two starters we don't even have. That's
y'all
just
ain't put up 50. Y'all ain't put up 51, but yeah, you are putting up better
this
numbers.
guy.
Hey, Jan, I got a response to that real quick. Just let me interject real quick. I was thinking about that to me, and I thought, wait a minute, you're not even in the damn playoffs, so shut your trap.
I don't want to talk about teams on the playoffs. Let's not do that. Don't.
There you go.
Wow. So
Don't
y'all
do that.
You didn't even put up 51.
So you guys are so disrespectful to not talk about the reigning defending Super Bowl champions. It's okay. I just threw it in there that nobody else this week scored 51. Your little Brock Purdy.
You're the defending champs,
I'm just
the LA Lambs, and you are not even in the playoffs to defend your title.
You know what I am in?
Legit lamb is being cooked right
That's
now.
what I'm in a house with
Cook up some lamb chops, Rod.
and
Lamb is legit being cooked right now in my house as we do this show.
That is hilarious.
It's called celebration. And that's typically what we eat lamb for. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
I had me a little bit the other day.
Dan is my guy. But to piggyback on the Kittle thing also is look, it's the ball placement with Purdy. Like, think about it. The last 2 years, George hasn't been able to get off like we really wanted him to get off. Because when he does get the ball, he's always surrounded 3-4 defenders right around him.
Or injured.
Or he gets hurt, right? Jimmy puts him in bad
Getting
position.
a hospital ball.
Right. But Brock, he's just the ball placement with him. It's impressive, man. I'm telling you, Brock is nice. And we'll talk about other stuff later, but Brock is nice, man.
The reason why it looks different too, because the way Kittle catches it now, Kittle is expecting to get hit, and he's turning around, and it's like,
you notice that?
Oh
right?
my gosh,
yeah.
Ain't nobody
he's
there.
Wide open. There's nobody there. He's so used to getting hit by somebody that lets you know again, Jimmy G, again with something else, but
he's got to break that mentally because he's gonna be open a lot more now. So
but that's the thing that I found that's also interesting. Like, not even just with the targets, just the type of targets. Like, for example, look at the last couple of weeks. He's had two big plays where in Seattle game, catches on the sideline, makes people miss, but he's wide open, right? Makes for a touchdown. Even the game on Saturday, he's wide open, catch for a touchdown. Because my thing is like, all right, look, if I'm a coordinator, and don't get me wrong, again, like I said, the 49ers have so many weapons. But because it's a young quarterback, there are two weapons for sure that I would be like, okay, you know what? I got to make this as hard for them as possible to deal with. George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey. Those are the two where it's like, because those are, guess what? Those are your check down security players, right? You're tied in, you're running back out of the backfield. And the fact that he's still wide open and has those opportunities, that amazes me. So I got to give credit. Obviously, George Kittle, he's doing his thing. And as much as it hurts me as a former Falcons fan, I got to give credit to Kyle Shanahan too. Like, I don't want to do it, but I got to do it because obviously he's doing something to scheming that man open.
Jordan, at some point we're gonna come back to that old Falcon fan thing. At some point, not now.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know.
But why?
Shout out to Douglas. Hey, Douglas, thanks for joining us. And you could hit that like button.
George?
Hit it
back again.
Smash that like.
So why said something just a second ago that was very, very important. And why said he loves the way that Brock Purdy is putting that thing out there, getting it done. Right, Wise? He's getting the job done. It looks good. He
gonna turn it into something. Go ahead, Dan.
All I'm saying is Brock Purdy does look really, really good.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Brock Purdy looks like a San Francisco 49er quarterback. He has the makeup.
You'll be a fool to think we would trade him to you guys unless y'all give us the house.
He has.
Let's just get this off your mind right now, bro.
He has everything in his arsenal to run this team for the next decade, right, Gina? Right? He has in his arsenal he can run this franchise. That defense.
You're not getting Trey.
10.
Yeah, I was like, what are we
You're
getting to,
not
man?
getting
What are we getting to?
phenomenal.
You're
This
not
is a
getting
phenomenal
right.
heel turn right now. I love
Yeah.
this.
Miss Debbie even agrees. Kyle seems to be more comfortable to go deeper into his bag with Brock behind center.
Man.
Right?
Shout out to Mel Smiles 13. He says, Dan the
Absolutely.
man.
Absolutely.
This is
So,
great.
so all I'm telling you is this. Why? Do you ever take the ball away from Brock?
It's
Well,
honestly a good
it's
question, though.
Brock's
Not
ball
for now,
all
but
year.
later in the year.
Yeah, it's Brock's ball the rest of the year. That's not a debate.
Well,
We
is it-
told
is
you
it
this before,
really?
Dan. We'll
Is
cross that bridge when we get there. We ain't there yet, so we'll cross that bridge when we
This
get
guy
there.
loves to try some
I saw-
controversy out of nothing.
I saw Trey running the other day. I saw Trey
You-
running the
yeah.
other day.
Yeah. He
Hey,
could
hold
be
it.
running a marathon right now. He still ain't getting the ball
Yeah,
right
we
now.
But
ain't
can we
getting the ball.
Sorry, it is what it is.
So
We
y'all
can-
don't
we are
want y'all
Brock-
starting quarterback back. Y'all don't
I'll
want
say
the
we
quarterback.
can be honest though.
No,
We can
not
be
right
honest.
now. No.
We can be honest. I'm
You
not
ride
saying
with
that
what's
y'all. I'm not saying y'all want Trey back, but we can be honest that there are a good bit of pockets of 49er fans that are now having this question of, wait, Brock Purdy looks kind of good. Maybe we need to roll with him for a while. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying it's y'all, but you know what's happening.
Oh no, it's a civil war out there. It's a civil war.
Oh yeah,
it's a civil war in the 49er streets right now, and it carries over. It was Jimmy versus Trey.
Mhm.
Now it's Brock versus Trey, and
Yeah.
Jimmy kind of on the side. Like
Mhm.
we're used to this. We're 49er fans. We've been dealing with this shit
Absolutely.
for years. Like there was no Twitter when
Joe and
you remember that
Steve.
time when Steve Young was hurt a lot, and then Elvis Gerback came in, played
you
some
go.
hot games. If Twitter was around there, we'd be having the same discussions. So
We go back to Montana Young.
Exactly. Like
I didn't even want to bring that up, Rod, purposely.
Good night. That
Montana's
was
your
gonna
guy.
be. Ooh.
You know, Wise.
Montana's your guy. I get it.
I don't even want to talk about Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe, cool. We know. But I'll say this though,
Where's
man.
MG? We need MG,
Yeah, I told
the Commanders fan that was in here last time.
Where my man
I know he was
MG
gonna
at,
duck
man?
this smoke.
I know he out here
You know
lurking
he was gonna
somewhere.
duck this
Jordan, he
smoke.
said he called him Brock. No, he called him. What did he say that? Oh my God, what did he say?
Heineke was gonna throw 5 TDs like
He's
Joe.
the next Montana.
The next
Ooh.
Montana. Oh, did you see your face?
This man said
Heineke.
Heineke.
Jordan,
This man said Heineke was the next Joe Montana.
And Dan lost his mind.
I was responding to Rod. I stopped mid sentence.
We was getting trolled.
Look, I'm happy. I'm happy for Heineke because he's from Metro Atlanta, but I think I'm best served to saying, all right, Gina, what's the next question you got? That's all I'm saying.
And that's how two of us kept on going.
Yeah, that's what
One
me and
couldn't
Rod
hold
were.
back.
I couldn't. It touched my soul.
I got no comment on that one.
I wish I would have went that route. I couldn't.
Yeah, he said 5 TD Montana. That's right. He said 5 TD Montana.
I gave him his 30 seconds of fame. I couldn't go past it, Jordan. I couldn't. I said, you're not about to disrespect the real GOAT. You're not going to disrespect the real GOAT.
No, I respect that. I really do. Like I said, and from my standpoint, again, like obviously, Joe Montana, that's past my time, but still, I no, you can't call it. No. Next question, Gina. I'm ready.
All right.
Let's go with
Ooh.
Is Bosa the clear-cut defensive player of the year?
I love this.
Why is this even a question?
This is right down my alley.
Why is this even?
Yes, it
a
is.
Go ahead and take it, Jordan.
Right down my alley.
Please go. Yes, please go, Jordan.
All right.
This is definitely your alley.
I'm going to put this in two ways. Not only is he the clear-cut DPOY,
Right.
it is about time that not even just Niner fans, I'm saying all football fans, we view Nick Bosa the same way people have been viewing Aaron Donald for the last 5 years.
Thank you.
Here's what I mean by
Go
that.
ahead,
Here's
Jordan.
what I mean. Here's what I mean. Think about some of the other defensive linemen, some of the other pass rushers the Rams have had for the last couple of years, right? Michael Brockers, Leonard Floyd. Like I can go on and on and on. What does everybody say about them? Well, it's because they played next to Aaron Donald. They got paid. Because Aaron Donald takes all the attention away. They got one-on-ones. They can go work. What do you think happens to the 49ers with Nick Bosa? Like, as great as, then don't get me wrong, I love Chris Kosar. I'm a big Chris Kosar fan. People who don't know who he is, defensive line.
Absolutely. Yep.
He does a phenomenal job. But at the end of the day, there is one person that when he's healthy and lines up on the defensive line of scrimmage for the 49ers, you have to pay all your attention to, and other people get those one-on-one looks. That's Nick Bosa. So when you think about, the Kerry Hyders of the world, the DJ Jones, Jones and Reader, all those guys, there's a reason why they get as much money as they do. Don't get me wrong. They're good players, but because they got 97 on that line of scrimmage to take attention away from them, they look even better and they get more paid. So I think it's about time that everybody starts looking at Nick Bosa in that same light.
I agree, Jordan. I agree. I almost want to say Nick Bosa deserves a compensation from these players getting salaries, just like Aaron Donald.
No, is he muted?
Yeah, you gone.
You muted.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm sorry. I was so excited. I hit the button.
You got hype.
I was so excited because I hit the button.
You got hype right there.
Right. These players are getting deals because of Bosa getting the attention, the same way Aaron Donald for years has gotten the attention. And these guys, like you said, Jordan, good players, but they go to these other teams and they got this big money and you don't hear about them anymore, or they're not producing anymore. Well, is it because of your talent, or is it because you were getting these one-on-ones and now you're getting chipped a lot, or you're getting these double teams? You don't have a Nick Bosa. You don't have an Aaron Donald to be on your line to be like, let me rack up my sacks and let me rack up my tackles for loss and maybe a couple forced fumbles. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly it.
Nick Bosa is DPOY.
I'll give you a perfect example too for you. I remember, so y'all had Dante Fowler in LA for a while. He came to Atlanta, and everyone's like, "Well, what's going on with Dante Fowler?" It was like, "There's nothing going on with Dante Fowler." Don't get me wrong. We have Grady Jarrett. I love Grady Jarrett. He's a phenomenal player. Grady Jarrett's not Aaron Donald. So that's what the problem is with Dante Fowler.
But look at Dante Fowler in Dallas.
But guess what? Who do they turn all their attention to in Dallas?
Micah.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go.
So let me ask you guys this.
Oh, see,
if he's a clear-cut DPOY, what about MVP? Since it normally goes to quarterbacks, I mean, wants to be up for MVP, league MVP?
I mean, it sounds nice, but
right, he'll get a vote.
You know how they gonna do that. It's already
an offensive league.
It's a quarterback league.
That's a quarterback award.
Yeah.
It's a quarterback award. He should be. Here's the thing with Bosa, right? This is his first back-to-back year of greatness. I guarantee you from here on out, he'll always be in the conversations with the TJ Watts, the Micah Parsons. He's lightweight been underrated this year. Like, people were like, "Oh yeah, Bosa's nice. He's doing his thing," but it ain't on that level where he should be being talked about. And right now, he stepped away and he elevated himself way past Micah Parsons. For what? About a month ago, it's probably like neck and neck. It could go either way. Yeah. No, it's done. Yeah. It's Nick Bosa's award. It's done. Shut it down.
Better be.
What can we say? You know what I mean? So
Nick Bosa could stop these last two games and he's locked it up. 17 and a half sacks. And the man said yesterday, he said, "I'm going for it." He said, "I'm going for Alden Smith's record."
He should.
So for him to be going for that record, and then he even said he's watching, tape even that much more better. So now he can understand runs and everything like that. So now, because I think when we played, what was it, Miami? He got exposed.
Kansas City.
Kansas City. Thank you. And they exposed him on those jet sweeps. You know what I'm saying? And he looked so confused. Now he said he's been watching it, and you can tell he's been watching it. His game just went to another level. You already can't block him, and now if he can get in the run game, now you're really unlocking something else in him.
He was already an
saying?
underrated run defender to begin with. Like, he's already pretty solid run defender beforehand, but I think people are now more so understanding it too. I just think that here's the best example I can give. Because I think, for 49er fans and Falcons fans alike, we can both relate to this. Who's the best corner that ever played a game?
Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders.
Now, what made Deion Sanders so great? If you lined up against him and he was on defense, there was a whole half of the field you didn't worry about.
Nope.
Is that not valuable? How many MVPs
It's
did
more
Deion
than
win?
valuable.
But how many MVPs did Deion win?
0.
Like that's my thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how
Right.
it goes to show.
Yeah.
When we're asking about
That's-
should he? Yeah, he should.
That's a
But
good
that's
point.
how it goes. Like, you got to
Right.
go above and beyond as a defensive player to get
Right.
recognized for things like that.
Yeah.
Slow down, Sin. Slow down.
Kill him.
You might be in my blue cup a little too deep. Slow down, boss. Slow down. Slow down, boss.
Oh my God.
And Nate's speaking the truth right now. I've said this before, and I'm sure there's going to had to be another show that we have. I've said I don't think you can truly have a GOAT, like a greatest player of all time in football, just because the positions are so different. But if you had to have one,
it would be Prime.
Is Deion.
It's Prime.
It's Deion.
It's Prime.
He affected the game in all three phases like nobody else could. It's got to be him.
You can take a whole field away.
It's definitely Prime. Y'all heard me on here, talk about Montana being the GOAT. And you know how much I love Montana. But if we're talking about pure athleticism, a pure athlete of football can do anything on the field.
Yes.
That's prime time.
Man walked on the field. First thing.
Change the game on special teams. And then also get the ball on offense. Nobody else could do it like he could.
Yeah, you're right.
Nobody else could do it like he could.
Right.
The man said he would have been a Pro Bowler at wide receiver.
And I believe him.
And I believe him too. Like, I agree with you. Like, he was that special. Like, the only person that is, now this is my personal opinion, barring injury, Bo Jackson, if anybody knows about Bo Jackson, would have went down as the greatest athlete ever. I'm talking ever.
Yes.
Facts.
Hitting, power,
whatever,
running,
whatever,
every arm.
Yes.
Whatever.
Bo Jackson was the man.
Yeah.
So
yes,
but Deion was right there. You know what I'm saying? But
don't forget, Deion was in line to win a World Series MVP. If the Braves would have won that World Series, he could have been World Series MVP.
He would have.
Yeah.
He could.
Yeah, Bo knows. I remember Bo knows. I remember that. Bo knows.
Baseball, Bo knows football. I still got the Sports Illustrated magazines. Oh yes.
Yep, Bo knows.
Oh yes.
It's wild to think about that time that we got to see both of those players like do that, like on that level, like and including Brian Jordan, like
my guy.
We got to see some players go both sports like that.
Absolutely.
That's wild, man. So
that's something I don't think these kids will ever know about. Like two sport players, like at that level.
At the professional level.
I don't think we'll see that. I don't think
you see how amazed we are nowadays at what Mookie Betts does, right? Like anytime Mookie, you see him in the field, you see him in bowling, you see him being on the court rec-wise, doing basketball. It's like, whoa! I was like, oh, don't forget, people used to do this all the time, like professionally. Yeah, it just doesn't happen anymore. And then the closest we've seen to it is what Kyler Murray, when we thought he was going to play for the A's and maybe for the Cardinals too. That's the closest we've gotten to.
Exactly. That's true.
Jameis Winston. Those are the two like closest to the top of my head I got.
Look how hyped everybody gets when Shohei pitches and hits, right?
Yes.
He does his thing, and Shohei's the guy. Don't get me wrong. He's the guy. Right. I watched Deion play a football game in the afternoon, take a helicopter, and then play in the World Series.
And the only reason why he didn't, because Bobby Cox was mad he wasn't there the whole time. That's literally the only reason why he wasn't in the game.
Right. Like, that's
the man
wild, man.
Didn't he run a punt back?
Because they played in Miami.
He ran the punt back.
Yeah.
And then he flew up to Atlanta, and then played in the game.
Suited up for the game, and the only reason why he didn't start or play is because Bobby Cox was mad that he wasn't fully just like involved in
Yeah.
That's wild,
and Jordan,
man.
And Jordan, this is where coaching goes wrong, right? This is where conventional way of thinking goes wrong, because we're so gifted. Like, we can do it all. I believe that Deion probably could have played football, baseball, basketball, and soccer all in the
He did play basketball.
And he can hoop.
Yeah.
Hey, let's not forget Roy Jones, who earlier in the day went and boxed later on that night. And I'm not talking about just any regular fight. We're talking about the belt is on the line fights. Like,
y'all must have forgot. Like, y'all must have forgot.
Not y'all.
They don't know about Roy. Like, y'all must have forgot.
We also have someone who won a Heisman and then ended up being an NBA draft pick.
Hey,
Charlie
Mr.
Ward.
Charlie Ward.
Mr. Ward.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I say about Charlie Ward real quick? He was just ahead of his time. Like, if he would have been doing what he was doing now.
You talking about Charlie Ward?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He was just early at it.
He could have did both.
Yeah.
He could have did both. And Charlie was a quarterback.
Yep.
He was a Heisman winner.
He was cold.
Charlie was nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
That man said, "I'm gonna go play PG.
And point guard." Whoa.
You know what type of mind that you have to play both of those positions?
Like we didn't talk about the Wonderlic test like that back then in his day, right? The Wonderlic test was out, but it wasn't out. You did.
Can I say something about the Wonderlic?
Absolutely.
I had to take it. That was the dumbest thing I ever did in terms of the whole NFL process.
I heard it's not even like that.
So what is it? Okay, can you
elaborate on that?
What is it? Yes. What is
honestly, it's like it was almost like the way I viewed it was kind of like you're taking the SAT for the NFL in terms of they're asking you some of these questions like word problems and stuff, like not even football related. It's certain math questions and reading comprehension questions. I'm just like, okay, what does got to do with me being able to play on a football field? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some of the biggest classroom idiots in the world, but they could go out there and read what cover 3 is versus cover 2. Like, absolutely. Whenever I hear people talk about the Wonderlic, I get so mad. And also, Sin, yes, you're absolutely right. Like, Colin Kaepernick was another one of those dudes who was a pro. Do you see the opening pitch? The opening pitch that he had in the bad things with the Giants, and
he smoked that thing.
Swung it through there.
Smoked that thing.
Yeah. I still say that he probably should have just went with baseball, and he'd probably still be playing right now.
No, he wouldn't have. Not if he took a knee in baseball.
It might have been worse in baseball.
It might have been worse.
It would have been worse if he did it in baseball.
You're right. Oh,
you're right. They would have dragged him off the field.
Right.
Oh my God. Oh
and
my
Debbie,
God.
I hear you, but like I said, there's certain things with that test and how I took it. It has no correlation to processing things quickly on a test and a standardized test versus processing things on the football field.
Is it timed? It's timed.
I can't remember. I finished mine pretty quickly, so I can't remember if it was timed or not.
Stanford guy.
You're a Stanford guy. Yeah, I was about to say you Stanford guys. That's nothing.
That's nothing. Yeah, I expect that.
So
that's why Jordan didn't know if it was timed or not.
Right. He was like,
"Is this it?
Time.
Is this all we have?"
Yeah, I was out of there.
Flip. Right.
I was out of there.
Y'all see Nathan's Nate Dogg's message? You guys hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe, become a Patreon member. It's really
every week, y'all.
Do it.
Trust me, you will get a good show. This is how it goes. You never know where the topic may go. That's honest. Because trust me, Gina has questions we just haven't even answered yet.
I'm sorry, Gina.
Sorry. Good organic conversation.
My squad put up 51 yesterday, man.
So that means you don't need a quarterback. You good.
My squad put up 9.
You can take your 51 and you can just sit at home while we're at the stadium playing in the playoffs. And
Dan, I'll sit with you.
Eating popcorn.
So for people that don't know, I've already told them that I'm rooting for the 49ers in the NFC. Absolutely. I need the 49ers to go handle business because I don't want to see the Cowboys. I don't want to see Minnesota. And I'm iffy on Philadelphia because their fans are just irritating to me. So I need the 49ers to go. I do. I need the 49ers to get your 6th ring.
Good. Well,
and then I need the 49ers to decide.
No, he wants chaos. I know what he wants.
The 49ers to decide if they want Brock Purdy.
He wants chaos. That's what he wants.
Or Trey Lance. Wait a minute. Or Jimmy G.
Look, the only one that wants Jimmy is Marcus, and he ain't here right now. So
he's likely not returning. But with that said, Miss Debbie submitted another question, and this one, it's actually come to be a very, very big topic this season in football, especially with what's going on with Tua, because I just knew something was wrong with him. But with, concussion, everything, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, do you guys have any concerns with, Shavarius Ward? Like,
yes,
the lingering issue, because, you can't just keep throwing these guys out there like that, So, Jordan, you want to talk about this? You want to lead off the convo?
I mean, and I don't say I have concerns with how the 49ers medical team is handling it. That's not the case. It's just more so for him, the player and the person, is what I have my concerns with. And I say this, admittingly, I had, I'd say at least 4 concussions when I was playing. They're scary things. They're very scary things. They mess with you so differently. One day you might feel okay. The next day you don't. You might feel good in the moment, then you don't the next. And so that's my concern for him, not just the football player. And I get it. Obviously, for 49ers fans, for the most part, he's a big part for if they're going to make this Super Bowl run.
Yeah.
So I understand, obviously where that point comes in, because you saw when he came out of the game, the commander started taking that ball over the top, right? And we even saw it last year. What was probably the biggest missing link, one of the biggest missing links for the Niners making that Super Bowl run wasn't got in the playoffs last year? Cornerback play. But for me, it's, again, I can step away, not even as a 49ers fan and someone that has a concussion history in his own right, and to be like, no, this is 2 weeks in a row. I'm very concerned. I hope, he can play next week. And if he does, it doesn't come up, doesn't have to go into protocol, anything like that. I'm praying for him that doesn't happen, but I can't help but to be concerned because of my own history, what I've seen some of my other teammates go through. And, like I said, that's 2 weeks in a row.
That's a scary situation, man. That's a
scary
situation.
I agree. Especially, and he's on the defensive side of the ball.
Yes.
And I want to say, hey, we can handle it for a week without him. Let's just, let's not rush anything back. I think I got concerned last week when he went out, and then we saw what was happening, and we brought him back in anyway. And I was like,
yeah,
we probably would have been okay if we didn't, but if he says he can play, he can play. But I know how players are. They're gonna always say they can go. I hope Mooney's gonna be okay, and the same for Tua. Tua might need to consider hanging it up, but that's another discussion for another time. But Tua need to hang
absolutely. Yeah, he just got put on protocol today.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yes,
but hanging it up.
He played the whole second. Dog, hang it up, man. That's your 3rd concussion this year.
No. I was talking about. Are you talking about hanging it up for the season or hanging it up for a career?
Period.
You might have to shut it down.
Period.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tanya. Thank you, Tanya, for stopping by. Love you, sis.
Hey, Tanya.
What up, Tanya?
What up?
Y'all remember?
I hope we cool, Tanya. I hope we cool by now. Let's get back on the same page now.
Tua is. I mean, I'm concerned. I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
Do y'all remember what happened?
This whole game was like night and day.
Yes. No, it was night and day. But y'all remember what happened?
Night and day.
Y'all remember what happened to Austin Collie, that receiver for the Colts years back?
Yep. I do.
Now Tua, he hadn't had the big hits that Austin Collie took, but still it was like everyone, and I guess that's part of it, right? Like as fans, we kind of get we tend to go towards, oh, that was a big hit, so that must be worse. Because Austin Collie, when he had all those concussions, he took big hits.
He did.
Now, Tua, his haven't been as big, but look, brain trauma is brain trauma. And because I think everyone was like,
bouncing off the
Collie,
carpet, though.
Right. But it's like Austin Collie, you need to hang it up. And so I feel like, if Tua would have had the big hits the way Austin Collie did, we'd probably, I think it wouldn't be even a topic conversation for anybody. Like, yeah, Tua, you know what? You might need to be done. Like, again, it's the brain, man. Like we can only, the way I look at it is, and I'm not trying to wish or say Tua is going to have CT or anything from all this. There's only way we can test for CT right now. That's after somebody's dead.
After they're dead.
So, obviously it's in that case. I mean, what were to say, like, if we could test for it now, maybe if you tell Tua, hey, you might need to test for this, and if it shows up, he'd be done. Like, you just never know. So,
Jordan,
yeah.
I just wanted to say, to your point about testing for CTE, I almost want to say that they can do it, and they're just not giving us the information. I want to say we live in an intelligent society enough to be able to test for CTE without a person being dead. I think the person being dead is almost the excuse that they use to be able to justify them not testing for CTE or for not protecting the players. Miss Debbie said a very important thing. Players want to play. It's up to the coaches and the medical staff to protect them from themselves.
I'm guilty of that.
And we say that, but we know the business.
Yep.
This is not a business of protecting players. This isn't. This is a business of you perform or you get cut. You either get the contract or you don't.
What is it that Neon said? Either get elevated or you get terminated.
Terminated, exactly. Facts.
So as cute as it is for players and coaches and NFL and everybody coming out with these cute ass messages, and we're gonna protect our players. Mike McDaniel said some of the dumbest shit I ever heard on the podium, and of course I'm gonna protect it. Shut up, because at the end of the day, coaches' jobs are aligned with these players, careers are aligned with these players. And I mean, we know that the NFL is a brand and a big business. Jordan, you know it all too well. Okay. Yes. So, I mean, we like Tua, but there's 30 other Tuas coming right behind him.
That's true.
You feel me?
That's why Miami will be in line for a quarterback, and people have to understand this could be a real thing for Tua. Like, Tua might just be like, yeah, I'm done.
Well, I think that's a big question for not even just football and the NFL, it's sports in general. I mean, like, let's go to a local situation in the Bay Area. Mm-hmm. When Kevin Durant first got hurt in that playoffs when he was with the Warriors, everybody knew the way he reacted, right? You look back like somebody kicked you, all that stuff.
Achilles.
Everybody knows. What does that usually say? That's
Achilles.
But then it was, oh, no, that's a calf strain. Then he comes back out. People had concerns. Like, is he okay? Is he going to be okay? I don't know. Boom, he tears his Achilles like first game back. Right. And there, I mean, you can go to baseball. You can go to any other sport. There are so many instances where, as a player, of course, the player is going to want to come back as soon as they can. Now, it's just a matter of, are they actually okay? Can you further damage? Can you not? I mean, you look at this, you say players back in the day. It's not back in the day. I hate to admit it. And it might not be steroids. Players are still loading up on
it. Some folks is juicing.
Yeah. It is PED.
Listen,
I've
been in the locker room. I know it.
Fernando.
There's still stuff going on in locker rooms where players are trying to get through injuries to get out on the field when they should.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's in our nature. We can't help it.
It's part of the business.
Yeah.
Like
on both sides.
Literally one of my favorite movies ever is Any Given Sunday. And it is because it really, if you go back and look at that movie today, I watched it when I was younger and I watched it a little bit when I was older and I saw it, even recently. But if you go back and watch that movie, it really details how the business of the NFL works. And no one wants to admit it, but it's the truth. Drugs run rampant. You know what I'm saying?
Beaming.
Think about it this way too. Like I know this is mainly a 49ers show, so I'll put it this way. Jimmy G broke his foot. Now, the way the 49ers were trending at the time he broke his foot, and I'm not saying that is all because of Jimmy and he's a great quarterback. I'm just saying, here's how the team looked when they're trending this way. And it's like, all right, Jimmy looks like he's settling in. We saw what it looked like in the Denver game, but now let's see where he is in this game. It's a whole lot different world.
Just best year. Just best year.
Jimmy was about to get a bag at the end of this offseason if they kept going that way. And again, like I said, that's not me saying I think Jimmy's that good, not good, yada, yada. I'm saying I'm looking on the on-field performance. He was going to get back. Now, you telling me if Jimmy had to continue on in those games and continue to help preserve that bag, he would do it? Absolutely. Because guess what's happening now? Everyone loves Brock Purdy. The offense looks good with Brock Purdy. So now what's the question? Well, they look this good with Brock Purdy. Maybe we don't have to throw this much money as Jimmy because maybe it wasn't really him as much as we thought it was. It's a two-sided thing. Yeah, there's the business side of the actual football teams and the pro sports teams, but there's also the business side of the athletes too, where they got to try to preserve theirs too.
Yep.
Facts.
That's true. So now imagine all the looks that Brock Purdy's getting when certain players don't get the ball. You know what I'm saying? Brandon,
who's not getting the ball in Brock Purdy's offense?
No. Everybody's getting the ball. I'm just saying, right? He's just trying. What this man be trying? You know, man, be trying. I mean, fully trying too, all the way invested.
I'm just
don't
asking.
Work.
Brock Purdy really good to me.
So you think that we're Detroit and Minnesota? I just want to know.
That mule didn't go down the same on that question, did it?
No. Yeah. Like, you really think that's how it's gonna go down with us?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I mean, unless McVay has something on Kyle, and I hope he does. Bring out that picture, McVay, and be like, "Hey, Kyle. Hey, it's either this or Trey."
Terrible.
Wow.
You got Purdy. Stop being greedy. You got Purdy. Stop being greedy. Throw your boy a bone.
It ain't happening, my guy. It ain't happening. I'm sorry, man. I know you want it bad. It ain't happening, man.
I mean, I just want a player that the 49ers fans don't want. That's all.
All right, man. You know, in the offseason, y'all can have Josh Johnson, and, you know, we'll call it a day. We'll call it even. You know, sign him. This veteran quarterback in your locker room to go with Baker.
And he's nice and healthy.
Where's
the same number as your quarterback now?
Your starting quarterback. That's all I'm saying.
What was that?
I'm not asking for your starting quarterback. I want the backup.
That's cool. We'll give him to you right now. The one that we have now.
Yeah.
The one that we have now.
Josh Johnson is the backup, exactly.
No, the backup right now is Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson is the backup. I'll see even worse. I want your third string quarterback.
You want Kyle Juszczyk?
Exactly.
That's who it is right now. I think he's the emergency quarterback, right?
We're not gonna give you him. So
I mean,
you out of luck.
I want the guy.
Technically,
that's hobbled on the sideline. We will.
Cool. Jimmy G is our third string quarterback because technically Trey Lance was on IR. So with Lance being still on IR, our third string quarterback technically is still Jimmy G. What up, Marcus?
Okay,
it's still Jimmy G.
Okay,
so you can have Jimmy G. We will ship you guys Jimmy G.
No.
We will ship him to you guys perfectly, gift wrapped, however you want it. Secret
Bubble
service,
wrap.
the whole nine, every way.
See, Jordan. So Jordan, this right here is what I don't like from 49ers fans.
No,
literally. 5 weeks ago, they were singing Jimmy's praises. I mean, from the rooftops, they was like, "Oh my God, Jimmy has come in and saved our season." Jimmy, yes. Now today, they ready to ship Jimmy in some bubble wrap.
Absolutely, with bubble gum on the bottom of his shoes, so he won't go after he sticks to y'all.
If Trey Lance is listening to this podcast, Trey, I want you to see how fast they turn on you, man.
He already knows.
And listen,
he already knows.
You can come right across. You can come right across the state to LA, baby. We'll take you, baby, because 49er fans don't want you. They want Brock Purdy. They want the Purdy experience.
This guy.
Dan, to be clear,
nobody ever brought up Trey in this.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
man.
Trey,
Dan,
we want you in LA, baby. We want you in LA, baby.
We were only singing for our Jimmy just happened to be the quarterback. Now, we did say that we were very happy that Jimmy was playing some of his best football. And I remember on the episode of the preview of the I believe it was the overreaction show of the Cardinals game, we were saying it was his best game ever. In our, I think our opinion, I don't know, if everyone agreed with that, but it was a damn good game that he played.
Can you put Marcus's last thing up? That's cap. That's cap.
Facts.
Hey, Marcus. Hey, Marcus.
That's cap. Hey, you know that.
Hey, if
They'll
Jimmy
go to the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
There you go.
Man,
if
for
Jimmy
real.
takes us to the bowl, y'all will regret.
Shout out to Eden in the chat.
No, we won't.
That's my ex-husband.
You will regret.
You're not gonna win it for y'all.
In bubble wrap.
He's not
taking that bubble wrap to you.
Is Jimmy going to be a Jet next season?
What's the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl? That's
exactly. That's where they'll go. That's the only bowl game he's taking them to.
Is he going to the Jets?
He'll be hanging with LeBron or something like that. I can see that.
It's a fit. It's a fit for the Jets.
He can take over in Denver.
Sam Bucket.
Let's ride.
Miss Debbie, don't do me like that. All I'm trying to do is tell them we'll take Trey off y'all hands. Y'all don't want him.
Look, all I know is
hold up. Stop saying y'all don't want him.
Thank you. I keep telling him that.
It's not been the case here. Remember what Marcus said. He got receipts. We the Trey station here. We the podcast that we all about Trey. So don't say y'all don't want him. You can say there are fans out there that might not be down with Trey, but over here, he's still QB1 in my eyes. So
all I know is
Trey is QB1. All right, we've established that.
Here we go. God.
Trey is quarterback.
Why do you fall into this?
Number one.
I just want to make this well known. So again, as another non 49er fan in this chat, I am not agreeing with the statement being made right now. I have my other issues with 49ers fans, but this is not one. I want to, whatever Dan is saying, I do not endorse this message.
He don't even endorse it.
Don't put the disclaimer out there. Don't put the disclaimer out there before we can put the truth out there.
Man.
Don't put the disclaimer out there until we can put the truth out there.
Again, like we've been saying for weeks, we'll cross the bridge when we get there. When it comes to a competition, whoever wins out, I'm gonna be with. So it don't make no never mind. But they gonna both be in Niner uniforms next year, whether it's Trey, whether it's Brock, and they're gonna make each other better. So it ain't gonna make me no difference. We gonna still be rolling, Dan. So and you got Bake, to roll with your boy Stafford over there. So y'all good. Y'all dropped 51 points. Remember? Y'all just dropped 51 points. You good?
And a progressive commercial.
And a progressive, exactly.
Might I add, Wise? We didn't punt once. No.
Oh, okay.
We scored on every possession we had, except at the end of the game where we took the knee. Yeah, Shake and Bake was out there. Shake and Bake was out there giving you that work. Yeah. Shake and Bake was out there.
So you good then? You don't need a quarterback. You good?
But we want some diversity in the locker room. We want some diversity in the QB room.
Don't you already got old boy? What's old boy name?
We got Bryce Perkins, but we want more.
Oh, okay. You gotta have a light skinned brother with you. I get it. You want 3 different shades. I get it.
Everybody.
You want to get Michael Vick as a QB coach now? Watch.
Exactly.
Hey, Jordan, you know as well as I can, Mike could never coach because it ain't nobody that can do what he can do.
Amen.
He another coach. Mike gonna tell him, "Hey man, just run real quick."
Listen,
Mike,
there's only one player I think that's
Lula.
ever come close, and I know he's about to be a free agent soon. So I just hope with all the cap space we have in Atlanta next year, find a way to get Lamar to Atlanta, please.
Lamar to Atlanta,
please.
Hey, real quick.
Y'all bring Lamar here to Atlanta. I promise you, I might be at every Falcon game.
You'll see a different wallpaper behind Rod next year. That's the case.
Whoa!
I'm on copper tonight.
Whoa!
Hey, Jordan.
I went to the game. Don't mean no.
Jordan, real quick though. Speaking about Lamar, hey, should he play the rest of the season? Should he come back, or should he just be like, no, let me get the bag? Because
I wouldn't do it unless he and his team feel fully confident in his knee.
Okay.
Because I think either way, if he comes back and balls out, you're telling Baltimore, hey, this is why you owe me my money. If he doesn't come back, they throw out Tyler Huntley and they lose early, Lamar can still say, this is why you owe me my money.
Right.
So, I feel like the more he holds out, the more leverage he gets, honestly.
I agree. I think if I was Lamar, I'd shut it down. I'd be like, y'all didn't pay me. I'm not going to risk anything. I'm going to shut it down. For what?
I mean, I know that isn't who he is, but like I said, either way, I feel like his leverage continues to go up.
Especially with the injury to Kyler, he got to see that, right? Like,
yeah,
be like, And that was such a fluke injury. Like anything could happen. It's football. Anything's possible. So,
and the crazy thing about it too is Kyler's correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was a home game, so his non-contact injury happened on grass.
On grass, yep.
Lamar plays on turf for his home games. So again, just
more pounding.
Something to think about.
Paul.
That being said, Lamar, if you're watching this, I know you're not, but if you are, the turf in Baltimore is different than the turf in Atlanta. So we'll take care of you.
Do you think he would? Not saying he wouldn't want to go to the ATL, but do you think because what's gonna happen? It's the Michael Vick thing. It's gonna be like, hey, can you be Vick? Do you think he want to even deal with that out there? Like,
I think that's something that any quarterback deals with. I mean, we had Matt Ryan here for over a decade.
He would be the man down here.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, he would.
Like to get a part 2 of a Michael Vick I was here.
Okay.
I was here when Michael Vick got,
I was too.
Me too. I was in Atlanta.
We was all here in Atlanta. Like that Michael Vick experience was real. I'm talking Atlanta was packed.
I remember.
Y'all fellas know. Remember,
I still got my Vicks in storage. I still got my Nike Vicks in storage.
Listen, I remember. So my parents have had season tickets for forever for Falcons games, right? Like Georgia Dome all the way through now to the Benz. And I remember as a kid, boom, Michael Vick drops back. It literally would be 2 seconds that pass. He drops back. Nobody's open. Everybody starts standing up. Like, oh, okay, what's he about to do? It's about to pop off. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna say this too: the skin tones in the Georgia Dome looked a little different when Michael Vick was the quarterback versus after Michael Vick.
A lot different.
It was
as soon as they found out Matt Schaub was going to be the QB, games became real different.
But Rod, you also know this too.
Tickets were available.
But Rod, you know this too. Matt Ryan, don't get me wrong, I love Michael Vick. Matt Ryan was far and not even close, a much better quarterback than Michael Vick was. But that being said, everything that Matt Ryan did got criticized that much more because of one thing. He wasn't Michael Vick.
He wasn't Michael Vick. All right.
That was literally it.
Oh yeah, Jordan. If you didn't know, I just moved to Florida. Just okay. So we just gonna get a podcast. We just gonna get everybody a little personal business. I just moved to Florida like 2 years ago. I was in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I left St. Louis and went to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So I was in that whole phase. I moved to Atlanta in like 2000, 2001. You know what I'm saying? In the most prime time of when the city just opened and blossomed up.
We used to get our haircuts at the same spot. I mean, I'm for real on that.
Same spots. We was at Vision. We was at, you know,
I'm for real on that.
We was at 112. Yeah. We was at, you know, so just a little history. So I know all
we was at 112.
Oh,
the bounce. And we can go back now.
Let
me stop.
So literally, you know what I'm saying? I remember when the Falcons was still in the NFC West.
Yep, that's right.
You dig what I'm saying?
That's right.
I was going to the games when the Rams was come down to Atlanta and we just be blowing them out on the field because at that time, we had the greatest show on turf.
Greatest show on turf.
So we was just blowing the Falcons out. You know what I'm saying? I would just be down there giving Falcon fans the blues. You know what I'm saying? So I remember before they was in the NFC South, baby, when they were still in the NFC West.
The Saints were in it too.
The Saints too.
Mm-hmm.
It was me. It was us, the Rams, the Saints, and the Falcons. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That real NFC West, baby.
No, that wasn't no real NFC West.
That real NFC West.
Had us traveling cross country all damn year. No, that wasn't no NFC West.
No,
and then they added Carolina into the mix too. We was like, what? Yo, we realign this shit. Like, get out of here.
All right. So, well, Gina, as you know, like I said, I got a quick cut off here, so I got to head out. But I want to make three quick things. First off, Gina, this is dope what you're building. I'm so happy like you get to create this. You got Rod, what you got Dan, what you got Wise with you. I'm happy to be a part of it. I want to say that first and foremost. Secondly, Marcus, don't you do that about Atlanta. Married men should be in Atlanta. My dad is a married fan.
I read that.
Because as we all know, black men don't cheat. Okay,
exactly.
So let's put that out there. And then thirdly, last but not least, I know there was this one question someone put in about the secondary giving up big plays. I think it is a concern.
Yeah,
it should be because, like I said, we said it. We talked about last year. That was the thing that kind of derailed things for the 49ers in their push. But I think even earlier you saw it. Like there were a couple of big plays that have been called back now too. Remember Tampa Bay should have been Mike Evans had that touchdown. It wasn't for the holding. Julio Jones also, and I think it was Scotty Miller also had a big play in that game that Tom Brady just missed. Obviously we can talk about Kansas City big plays and the Dolphins had their big plays, but it's been showing up a little more and more and more. Now they all haven't counted, but there's something that's on tape now that obviously some teams are seeing. And with that being said, I got to head out because Nate called it Hot Atlanta, and I can't agree with that. That's mad. So I gotta leave. I gotta leave on that. I'm mad.
Is that like when they call it San Fran for us?
You don't do it.
You don't call it Hot Atlanta. Don't come down here. They will rob you if you call it Hot Atlanta.
Really? How come they call it that on Barbershop?
I have no idea, but you will get robbed down here calling it Hot Atlanta. They will rob you because they know you're from out of town.
That's good to know.
I will
everybody
go on
out
IG
there
live
don't
and show
that.
Me robbing you if you call it Hot Atlanta. That's how much.
Don't do that. Don't come down here.
Note to self.
So,
all right. But no, y'all have a good night, man. This has been fun.
You too. Thank you, Jordan.
Appreciate you, boss.
Yeah, absolutely.
See you next time.
Yep.
All right, Jordan. So guys, we got one of my friends. So Gina, you remember Mel Smiles, right?
Yes.
Right. So she got a comment up here. And we have a mutual friend by the name of Nick, and he is a diehard 49ers fan. So he must have creeped in while she's watching the podcast because he's like, keep Brock Purdy's name out his mouth and Kyle Shanahan too. Nick, Brock Purdy is your QB1. Okay? I am giving him the respect that he deserves. Kyle Shanahan is your coach. I need him to make the right decision. And that is making Brock Purdy the quarterback of the future.
Damn, you ain't gonna never give it up, so I'm just let you ride with my guy.
I am giving you all the respect that you deserve.
You know what it is, Rod? It's like how Dan was last week when the Montana thing came up. He couldn't let go, and he kind of got me like I can't let go. But I'm gonna let you push the buttons, and I'm gonna just chill. Yeah, I'm like, all right.
You're gonna get used to it in a minute.
It's the chaos. I get it. We here for entertainment purposes, So
gonna get used to it.
We got the clips now. Dan getting excited. Wise a little hyped up about the trade thing. This is what we do. Hey, tune in every week. This is what we gonna be doing.
This is what we're gonna do. Because one way or the other, I will create a quarterback controversy in San Francisco.
Okay.
No, you don't. We have that going on anyway.
Yeah.
We have that going on daily. You didn't start
three
it.
Quarterbacks. Okay. You got your starter in Brock Purdy. You got your Super Bowl taking quarterback in Jimmy G.
Can you post the next question, Gina?
And then you got the unknown in Trey Lance.
Next question.
I sure can.
Can we just get to the next question? Because
Let's do it.
This is getting us absolutely nowhere. This is the most. It's like watching paint dry right now.
Exactly.
Answering that question.
Oh yeah, Gina, what's that next question so we can hurt their feelings?
What Marcus say? He'll talk us out of a Rolex.
Yeah. So earlier I brought up special teams, and I thought, we never really get to acknowledge special teams. Let's talk about them a little bit. How impressed are you with them, and what has stood out, if anything?
I mean, let's say this: Ray Ray's definitely not afraid to return them kicks on them punts. Like, we've had a problem special teams wise the last 3 seasons where
Richie James,
right? We done had so many different people trying to return kicks, or Pettis never worked out. Yeah, it just never really worked out for who we had. So Ray, he gonna take that ball. He gonna try to get his field position, and I appreciate that. Like, there are times where I wish he would just fair catch it, but
thank you.
Yeah,
he has coughed up a couple of them this year. Right. I'm like,
dude, just raise the hand. Just raise the hand,
please. I understand you trying to be little Debo, but I don't need Debo right now. I just need Ray. I don't need little Debo.
But it's a phase that is definitely improved this year, as a whole. So and that's a crucial part of trying to be a championship team. You got to be down on all 3 phases. So special teams has been a crutch for us the last few years, but this year it's not as weak as it's been. So I'll definitely say that.
Mm-hmm. Then on top of that, you got to look at it from, like what Wise just said, even if you think about it, the Jimmy needed that on his side more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because him working the entire field, we panicked. Now you get Brock running on the entire field, and it's like we just sit back just to figure out how did he see that? You know what I'm saying? Because we legit haven't seen somebody do what Brock has been doing in a long time. And I'm talking about for consecutive weeks, the way that he's been doing it.
All right.
So,
I mean,
but Ray.
So, to speak on your special teams, I will say this. I know, like why I said, you got to win on all 3 phases. All right. Offense, defense, special teams. I honestly believe that your defense is so good that special teams will not slow you down. I think that the defense can overcome any mistakes that the special teams make. Does that make sense, what I'm saying? Your defense is so sound that even if your special teams makes a mistake, you have the ability to overcome that mistake. Where maybe before, if a bad special teams play happened, you wouldn't be able to overcome that because of the limited quality in Jimmy G on offense, right? Or maybe any defensive injuries that you have. But you don't have neither. You don't have none of that. You have Brock Purdy, who's running the offense efficiently, and you have your defense, who is just lights out. Special teams is almost the guys that are forgotten outside of your boy Ray. Okay,
but no. We got to also give credit to our punter, because Wisniewski has been putting down punts that have been putting people within the 10-yard line.
He
has been sticking. Yeah, like he has been sticking a couple of them kicks, and now you got to go against that defense with the entire field behind them. Like,
here's some stats right here I just pulled up on Ray. See this one? Ranked 2nd in the NFL with 334 yards and punt returns.
And you know what helps that? It's almost what Dan was saying, defense. Because it forces us to get the ball back.
Absolutely.
Back.
And in great field position.
I agree.
And in great field position. And you're able to do that because of that defense. Special teams and offense is benefiting off of the defense of the 49ers.
Yeah.
Everybody is winning because of your
Everybody.
DPOY and his supporting cast.
Robbie Gould has made all 3 of his field goal attempts against Washington and has 23 of 27 on field goal attempts and 41 of 42 on extra points. So he moves into 8th place on the NFL's all-time list of field goals made at 443. Wisnowski has landed 28 of his 54 punts inside the opponent's 20-yard line. That ranks 6th in the NFL.
Yeah.
So we're doing pretty fucking good considering, that was one area where we really needed to, fix.
Special teams was a weakness, no doubt.
It was
Very
a
much
huge
so.
weakness.
Cool.
We gave
Yes.
up so much.
Very much so.
Gina, what was your punter's name?
Wisnowski. Mitch
Wisnowski.
Wisnowski.
Mitch.
Can you tell me what my punter's name is? Because we didn't even use him yesterday. Oh, never mind. Sorry. We were talking about special teams and I kind of
You are not in the playoffs.
yeah, I was trying to remember.
You can't even defend your title.
I don't even know. We didn't have to pin anybody. I was just saying. I just happened to
Oh, okay.
we're talking special teams.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Oh,
Just-
gotcha.
Got it.
All right.
Take your trophy and take it to the bathroom and look at it while you're taking a shit. And remember that you're
That we
not
beat
in
the
the
49ers
playoffs
in order to get it.
or the Super Bowl.
That we
Go
beat
sit
the
it on that
49ers in order to
Steinway.
There you go. Put it on the Steinway.
We'll put it on
Take
the
a
Steinway.
little
man.
keys with it.
That way, you know what? I have a fit. Wise, you're right. I want to sing "Loving You Feels So Beautiful." You know what I'm saying? It's easy because you're beautiful. I think
My
I
gosh.
think I'm gonna go to the Steinway
Mhm.
and loving you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on the Steinway.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I'm dying.
Yeah. I mean, just saying. But you said another stat, Rod. You talked about how Purdy has been so efficient for you guys. And we talked about, a couple stats. Let me give you a stat. Brock Purdy is one of 2 quarterbacks to have 3 consecutive multi-TD games. His first 3 starts. Do you know who the other quarterback is?
Who is it? Or Dan? Who is it? Tell us.
Kurt Warner.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
You're
you're right. I heard that.
You're welcome. Hey,
You're right.
do you know what Kurt Warner did?
What, replace a starter and win a Super Bowl?
Brock Purdy's looking better and better by the day, right? You know what ended up happening, Wise, to that starting QB that he took his place when he won the Super Bowl?
What happened to Trent Green? What happened to Trent Green?
Trent Green.
He was hold on. Trent Green was announcing our game yesterday. That's where he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when Kurt Warner took his job,
Mm-hmm.
Trent Green took his services to Kansas City. So when Brock Purdy,
What happened to him in Kansas
Super
City?
Bowl,
What happened to him in Kansas City?
I don't know. I wasn't,
And
a
that's
fan
what
at
we
the
would
time.
do
I
to
was
who
a
else?
Rams fan. What I'm telling you, Wise, is that after Brock Purdy gives you your 6th, okay, where's Trey Lance going?
The funny thing about all of this with Dan is he really thinks we're gonna be mad about this. Like we're gonna be celebrating. Like that's the last thing we're gonna be thinking about.
Dire need, right?
Yeah.
Like this is gonna really be like the worst decision of our
Oh my
lives.
gosh, what do we do now?
What do we do now after we win it? Like, man, what?
I'm gonna be so hyped.
What
Matter of fact,
happened?
I'm gonna just be texting y'all, just be like, yo, number 6 is in the building. It's strive for 7 now. Strive for 7 is the new goal.
Go get 7, Brock Purdy.
Hey,
Let's
we'll
get
be
7.
we'll be going live. Like I'll be like, we should fucking won. Spit's coming out my mouth. I'll be like, I'm going to Mission Street right now and I'm fucking celebrating. See you guys there. Ah! Like
I'm
that.
out of control.
That's how I'm
Debbie. Tell him, Miss Debbie.
This whole damn party is out of control.
Out of
Tell
control.
him, Miss Debbie.
Absolutely out of control.
Oh my god.
Just trying
Oh
to,
my
but hey,
goodness.
it's what my dude Sin said. It's overreaction, and
That's
Dan
right.
takes it to the next level. To the next level.
I don't know why this
Over.
isn't a topic of conversation, because you guys know that you're going to have a quarterback controversy if Brock is who we think he is.
Why is this a bad thing? I don't understand why you think this is such a bad thing. Like
This, I think it's a great thing. I think
it's
that
never
you
gonna
guys-
benefit y'all though. It's never gonna benefit y'all.
It
like-
can only benefit us.
It's never gonna benefit you. See, unlike the Rams, we're not just gonna make trades like this within the division. Remember how we got Bryant Young? You remember that?
I do.
The Rams made a call. Hey, we don't want to pick here. You know, San Francisco, come on up.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer. We don't do things like that. We're a well-run organization, so we're not gonna make moves like that. We're not sending y'all nobody. We'll send you Josh Johnson, maybe Jimmy, bubble wrap him to you, but that's about it.
How many
Y'all can
picks,
roll to the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl.
how many picks did y'all give up for Trey Lance?
Oh my God, why? At this point, it don't even matter.
Don't even matter.
That gets already paid. Like we get our pick back next year, so it don't even matter at this point. Like
Who cares?
that's paid. So
It's so one pick equals 3 picks, 4 picks, 5 picks.
see, the whole 3-pick thing is just a technicality. It's we flipped 1 pick, so we still kept that pick, and we traded 2 other first-round picks.
Okay.
This the last year that first round thing, so cool. We don't got it this year, but next year we get it back, so it ain't gonna be no big deal. The debt's already paid.
Actually,
we didn't been in 1 NFC Championship game, going to a Super Bowl this year. Hey, in my eyes, it was well worth it. So
you picked up CMC this
Win.
year.
Win.
What you give up for CMC this year?
Doesn't matter.
you know what though? We're gonna get a couple 3rd-round picks when my man D'Amico get a job this year, so we're gonna be all right.
And whoever Jimmy goes to.
We're gonna be all right. So yeah.
Jimmy is going back to the 49ers because Trey Lance will be
No, he
somewhere
won't.
else.
All right.
No, he won't.
Stand on that. Stand on that, Dan.
Please stand on that.
Stand on that.
I dare you.
Stand on that.
Huh?
Trey Lance will be in New York.
And see, look at him. He ain't gonna stand on that one.
1 hour, 24 minutes in. Stand on it, Dan.
Trey Lance will be a Houston Texan with D'Amico.
Okay.
I don't think you believe that.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
get it. We love
We
you, Dan.
have
we love you, man.
clip it. Nate says clip it. We have another question from Miss Debbie, and this one is a good one. What are your expectations of Elijah Mitchell if he returns to the Vegas game?
0. I have none. Just get him
I agree.
a couple of if 2 runs at best, and just get prepared, son. Get your body right. Get ready for the playoffs.
For the playoffs, yeah.
Right. No need to rush back.
No need to. Not
We're
now.
okay now. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
good.
Let's get
Marcus.
to the playoffs.
Hey,
Marcus.
I
your
agree,
CTE is
Marcus. I agree, Marcus. They're not gonna agree with you, Marcus.
Hell yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
sorry, my
agree
bad, my
at
bad.
all. I don't agree at all.
Going
They
to the
don't.
finals.
They don't see the strategy, Marcus. They don't see it.
Someone younger than Elijah? He's the second year.
What did you bring in CMC for?
Because he's an elite player. He's an elite
Yeah.
talent. Like, why having too many running backs is an issue? Elijah Mitchell's on a rookie deal. You have a chance to acquire one of the best backs in the league. Have a dual tandem. That's why. Like, why
You
not?
can never have enough running backs.
Yeah.
They get injured all the time.
And you know how the Shanahans do it. To be honest, completely honest, I'm surprised Kyle even made that kind of move for a running back because the Shanahans, they put whoever back there.
But
like,
you do know why he did it though, Wise.
Why do you do it? Dan? Tell us.
It was because of us. CMC was headed to the Rams.
It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered.
All I'm saying is I'm not bitter about it. I mean, we
Okay.
didn't do anything. It would have been a waste of picks and all that stuff. So I'm not mad about it. But CMC was headed to the Rams. It was pretty much a done deal. and then Kyle swooped in with his bag full of money and snatched it right out of him. So, you know, that's how that happened.
Good old Jed York.
You know, that's how that happened. So, like you said, Wise, that's not even a move that the Shanahans make for no running back. You did. That was a divisional move to say we're not going to help the Rams out. Same way with us picking up Baker, so y'all couldn't claim him off of waivers. It was the same. It was the same thing.
Thank you. We didn't.
But it's tip for
When
tat.
I said that, I'm like, thank you. We didn't.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Because it would have happened though, Rod. Like they had already discussed it. Like they were going to pick him up off of waivers. If he had made it to them. If he had made it to the 49ers.
Oh well.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to cross that bridge.
Yeah,
now.
it don't matter.
Don't matter now.
That's shoulda, woulda, coulda. Right.
Right.
But,
oh well.
But yeah,
We're good with
Elijah
Brock.
Mitchell.
Dan, my guy. Just come home, man. Just come on home, my guy. Come home.
Yeah.
Home to Montana.
You love it with the Niners.
We'll take you to the museum. Like,
Don't you
come
see
home.
Don't you see the
home,
Steinway?
I see the Steinway, man. Hey,
I am home.
no, Brick, come home, man. Come home. That red and gold, it's gonna look so good on you when we get you a new hat. I'm gonna make sure I'm buying you the hat. I'm gonna send it to you. It's gonna look so good.
It's gonna be so
jersey
lit.
is only red and white. I don't have no gold. It's only red and white. The gold is reserved for the Rams.
It's gonna be lit.
It's going
like our 6th ring. Like y'all will never see 6. But I'm just saying, like our 6th. Like we're working on our next hand. Y'all still working on the first hand, but we're working on our second. Like,
come on, man.
Other hand.
Come on,
y'all
man.
Been working on your other hand for a very long time now.
Y'all been working for y'all second for a long time. Y'all been working for your second for a long time.
We haven't been working. We got robbed out of the second one with Spygate. Oh, yes, it's documented. It's documented. We got robbed out of our second one in Spygate. Our third opportunity, Jared Goff was just a deer in the headlights. He had to go. So the defense came. Aaron Donald said, I'm not doing this no more with him under center. So we got to make a move. We did. We got a ring.
Just come on home, man. GinaReppinDaBay family, we're going to bring you home. We're going to nurture you, and we're going to get you right, my guy. We're going to get you right so you can get in on the quarterback controversy in the offseason with us as a family, because that's what it's going to be. It's like
I'm just a stepchild.
No. We no stepchildren here. We love everybody the same.
Exactly.
And you're gonna be wearing that Niner hat, and I'm gonna love it so much, man. Cause you coming home, man. Home to Montana.
You're a Joe Montana fan.
Look, we gonna fly you out. We're gonna take you to the museum, get you a picture in front of the Montana statue, the Dwight Clark statue. You gonna love it, man. When you coming home?
Hey Nate, gonna clip him out and put him in a 49er hat.
There you go.
Gonna clip that.
Run that.
Clip that Ram stuff off his
and make
hat.
it one of the big hats too. Make it one of the big hats.
Yeah. Gonna hook him up. Gonna hook him up.
I'm telling you, man. Just come on home, my guy. You know you want to be here.
What you be speaking on?
Look. We never gonna abandon you.
Real winners.
Yeah. The Rams left St. Louis, man. They left.
They
said,
we're going to the Bay.
We left.
So Wise, I'm gonna tell you just
we'll be there Thursday.
The Rams left LA. They went to St. Louis.
Right.
They went back to LA.
Yeah, they ain't even loyal.
If my theory is correct,
they're not even loyal.
In the hole for the next 10 years, the Rams will then leave LA again.
That's not happening.
Go back to St. Louis. Okay? And then we do it all over again. Greatest show on turf again.
Hey, I know you would love to see that, but brother, it ain't happening. They not leaving LA again. Just come on home, man, to a team that's gonna keep you in the same area. It's the Bay love here. Just come on home, my guy. That's gonna be my thing with you for the rest of the time. Until you come home, come on home.
Wise, are you saying the Rams have a chance of going to Oakland or San Diego?
The Rams ain't going nowhere. They're gonna stay in LA and be trash. That's just what it's gonna be like. What they say back in the day? Same sorry ass Rams. That's just what it's gonna be.
Except for last year.
We ain't talking about that no more.
Except for
last year was last year
to go win a ring.
Last year was last year.
Last year was a good year for us.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't recall.
Rod does. Look at Rod's face. Look at his face. He know. Boy, when I tell you I hit him when they dropped that interception, I said game, Rod. He knew. Game. I said, oh, game.
This guy.
I said, thank you, because it was over. Rod will tell you I had conceded, Wise. Gina, I had conceded. I said, you know what? We did enough to shoot ourselves in the foot. It's, blase. I was done. That man dropped that interception. I said, we back.
What about this analogy from Sinister?
What did he say?
Imagine if you broke up with your girl and she moved to another state for 10 years and came back. Would you still love her like you used to?
Does she still look like she did 10 years ago?
Oh my
No.
God.
Sheesh. It's gonna be all right,
What
man.
if she look better? What if she look better?
And if
She look more attractive with 2 rings now, not 1.
Woo, boy, I'm talking about, boy. Yeah, 10 years. Hey, you know what they say to us? Hey, big head.
I did.
Oh man.
Marcus said he would still hit.
What is going on here?
Hey, this need to be the behind the scenes stuff. We giving y'all a tease of what we gonna do behind the scenes. Like,
go. Where did this go?
I would still hit. Jesus.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
hey, carry on.
Oh my God.
That's it. Facts.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
Man.
hey. Let me tell you something. We love the stepchildren out here, man. We love the kids.
We do
love
indeed.
the kids.
But they ain't going back. They ain't going back
to St. Louis. They ain't going back.
You guys kill me, man. I'm so fucking I'm dead right now. This is the best show.
Is it okay to say something or to ask a question about what we think about the Las Vegas Raiders? Is it okay? Is it okay to just be like, what a fucking disappointment? Is it okay to just be like, Josh McDaniels sucks as a head coach? Is it okay to bring those things to the forefront?
I love every bit of it.
At running back, wide receiver,
so
quarterback, tight end. My gosh. I mean, you got players all over the place. And Josh McDaniels.
Crosby on the line.
I ain't even go to the defense, Rod. I ain't even go to the defense.
Chandler.
Exactly, Marcus. Me too. I give it to Raider fans as much as possible.
As you
My
should.
dad's a Raider fan.
Yeah,
I love it. My other side of my family are Raider fans. Could you imagine how they have been going at me all week? And then all of a sudden, no talk.
Silence.
Since Brock Purdy took over.
Oh, yeah.
Now they ducking this smoke. They know. And y'all know me. Now, just imagine if I'm face to face and you got to hear me.
Oh, yeah. When the schedule came out, all your Raider friends would hit you up. Oh, New Year's Day is gonna be a problem. Let's get there first, guys. And now what do we hear? Everybody a little concerned. Nobody's sending those text messages yet. It's only Monday, but I would have heard a lot by now, and I ain't really hearing nothing from the Raider fans because they know what's about to happen.
Yeah,
they know what's about to happen.
I got one cousin. Right. I got one cousin. Why I got a text in draft right now, waiting.
Draft.
Waiting
to hit that
when I press send. Oh,
send.
Oh my goodness.
Am I disappointed that they're having a terrible season? Nah, I ain't disappointed having a terrible season. I'm happy.
Hell no.
I thought they were going to have a much better season, but they didn't. And that's cool with me.
We all did.
Yeah.
We all did. You know how funny it is that in the beginning of the season, everybody and their mama was talking about how tough the AFC West was gonna be.
Yep.
I'm guilty.
Ooh.
I remember
and I've
people
always
saying that.
said this. I've always said this. The NFC West is the toughest division in football. It's the SEC of the NFL. And the AFC West just proved that once again this year.
Again.
You guys are pretenders. That is Patrick Mahomes' division. We're not gonna shy away from that. That is his division. Justin Herbert is maybe on the come up. Derek Carr is clearly not the guy. And Russ is burning the whole house down with his cooking. And I love it. When I saw Bobby Wagner yesterday intercept that ball from Russell, I shed a tear because I know how much the Legion of Boom hated Russell Wilson for not giving that ball to Marshawn Lynch. Oh, yeah, I know. They still talk about him to this day. Richard Sherman was so excited to see Bobby Wags intercept Russell Wilson. It was like it came full circle. The whole Seattle organization, you wanted Russ. Yeah. They gave up on the defense. See what I'm saying, Wise, about that QB position and giving up on your defense?
Oh, this guy.
When you pay your quarterback.
Not taking the bait. We all right.
When you pay your quarterback, you can't pay your defense.
So what's the next
Seattle
question?
has never been the same.
Yeah, what's next? What's next, Gina?
Yeah, what's next, Gina? Anytime he goes on that tire in there, you should know where to break it because
we need the Chappelle wrap it up button. What's
wrap it up. See, Mom Dukes is here for 2 weeks. You know why? Because I know Wise got the sound effects. I already know.
Oh yeah, please. I'm gonna come back with all that. I'm gonna come back with all that. Please.
Wise, hey Nate, you right. He said Wise ain't MG.
There you go.
Well, the last question that we have is
saying you stupid. I'm sorry, Gina. Sin stupid, man.
I love Sin. What's he saying?
Hold on, I gotta get off the screen. Oh my!
There's a future. Hey, Sin. You saw when the backup QB Rippin tried to come over there to the O-line and was trying to talk shit. Hey, that O-line was like, boy, if you don't get your little ass from over here.
Oh, Purple Rain. Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
Sheesh.
Fans of future. Jesus.
Oh man.
Clip that.
That's funny. Yes.
Hey,
Shout out to Sin for that.
Sin's hilarious, man. Yeah. I literally been sitting here watching him. Like,
all right, Sin, you're fan of the night. No, I'm just kidding.
Funny talk though, Gina. Funny talk, and I know you're about to ask this question. Funny talk though. You know they got rid of Melvin Gordon. Wait, who's the running back? It was Melvin Gordon, right?
Melvin Gordon, yeah.
The third, yeah.
He was blasting Future in the locker room.
Oh, was he? Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, somebody sign Melvin Gordon real quick. Somebody sign Mel Gordon real quick.
Man, could you imagine they let him go immediately.
Out of here.
Hey, my boy Russ put in the phone call like, hey man, get this man out of here.
Get him out of here.
Immediately. I don't care if I hand him the ball off or not.
Wow.
Get him off the team now. I want you and your mother immediately.
We would have had to scrap.
It would have been a problem. It would have been a problem. Like
my man said, you gotta go. Hey man, y'all better fire him, man. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go postal in this mug.
Does it surprise you? Like Russ seems like the kind of dude that would go tell. Like, like you know what? Oh, he playing Future. I'm gonna go tell the GM.
Right,
like, he just stormed out. Yeah, like
Hey,
You heard what Marshawn said. Marshawn said he can't even call him.
Yeah. He can't get to him.
Hey, he said, man, if he a teammate, he said he ain't no boy of mine if I can't call him.
If I can't get to you, that's facts.
That's
facts.
out of his mouth.
Your
teammate.
Yes, your boy Russ, man. You saw how he reacted on the sideline when the defensive player was eating his ass up.
Oh, his face.
He didn't even know how to react.
He didn't want that smoke. He didn't want that smoke, man. Like, he knew I'm out of Seattle now, dog. All that I had, all that is gone.
Miss Debbie
all
even called Russ a snitch.
Oh yeah. Facts.
Hey man, certain people you just know. You just know that they ain't built for that. Any man that'll step in your face in front of other dudes and call you out, bruh.
On national TV.
Hey man, look, Wise.
Yeah.
Wise. We used to play ball at a church. There's no man that ever stepped in my face.
And that's all
I got to say. That's all I got to say. No.
Yeah.
No.
That man did it on national TV on the sidelines. Russ didn't even say nothing back except like, okay, I got it. Okay. All right. There was no barking back, dog. Like my man didn't be like, yo, you know how you have to break teammates up on the sideline? Y'all seen this, right? Y'all seen this. Right. You got to separate the players. No one came and saved Russ.
Hey, Russ said he was Mr. Out of excuses.
Yo, my man Russ just looked. He looked like he was afraid, dog. Do you think he cries to Sierra at night?
Absolutely. He looks like the one that cuddles up under her. Like
he's a little spoon.
He's
the little spoon.
Russ is a little spoon.
She grabs him.
Hey, clip that. Russ Wilson is the little spoon in a relationship.
He is definitely the little spoon.
Shout out to Future. Like that's what it is.
That's sad, man. That's sad. It's sad that he had to go to Denver and exploit him like that. Like
he'd be like, babe, just hold me.
Marcus is wild, bro.
Marcus, you are too much, dude. I swear to God.
But think about this, man. Just think, your boy be up here doing exercises on a plane, losing. Like y'all getting blown out every week, and this man is up here doing workouts on a 4-hour plane ride. Man, if you don't sit your punk ass down, man. Man, we would have been fighting on that plane, man. Boy,
because people don't realize that shit get old in the locker room, man. It get old.
What?
Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Like, stop,
bro. That man would have had 3 L's, and I would have been coming after him. It wouldn't have been no working out on no plane.
Oh yeah,
you can book that with me.
Bruh.
Hey Sid, where's your next show? I want to come to your stand-up.
Russ, seeing wilding, bro. That boy said he sleep with cotton balls. Man. Hey, man. You gotta relax, Sin. You gotta relax.
Sin is he's the guy of the episode.
Russ get his pedicures while sleeping, while napping.
He is the Bud Light sub of the day. Like that's what he is. That's what he is. Sin is killing it out here. Shout out to Sin, by
the way. Oh my God. Nate Silly. He's talking about next show is in Hotlanta with them toes. Shit. Hey, Future headlining.
Yeah.
Future gonna be out there headlining.
Purple Rain.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
Dirty Sprite.
Hey, this is what it looks like when doves cry. What?
Wait, what's up with all these Prince references? Did I miss something?
If that line was a person, they show Russell Wilson's face, dog.
Hilarious.
Looks like when doves cry, dog, and Russell Wilson's face would appear right there, dog. No lie. No lie. Sheesh.
Oh man.
But nah, Gina, go ahead. What's your question? Oh, I didn't even see it on the
don't
screen.
remember.
I'm sorry, we never did get to the question.
It's all good. I don't care. Oh, you know what? Well,
goodness.
this one was geared towards like every bit with Jordan here too. But it doesn't matter. Which like unexpected, like which team would you like to see? Like unexpected that advance in the playoffs, like the Panthers, for example, or is it the Bucks, or go ahead. Why
advance to the playoffs or advance in the playoffs?
Either.
I don't want to see nobody advance in the playoffs but us. But to get into the playoffs,
that's what I'm saying.
Like just like if you would like be like, oh dang, whatever. But yeah,
I like to see Detroit.
As far as who we would play,
I
like that,
Detroit.
Wise.
Yeah, I'd like to see Detroit get in, man. They're fun to watch.
Wise.
They're fun to watch. Like, and I watched Hard Knocks during the offseason or beginning of the season when they did the Hard Knocks out of Detroit. And Dan Campbell, he different. He wired differently, but I like what they're doing out there, man. I like what Detroit's finally doing, man. And it's been a long time coming for them to have some sort of momentum. So I would like to see them get in if they can, but I mean, they're not advancing anywhere. But yeah, y'all can come in and play, but we're gonna smack y'all up. So
lose on wild card weekend, but it would be big for Detroit to go.
Facts.
My team is the Jacksonville Jaguars. They just took over the division lead this weekend. Tennessee is trending down. Jacksonville is trending up. It'd be cool to see Doug Peterson. It'd be cool to see Sunshine go into the playoffs.
Sunshine.
Facts. We all know that Sunshine from Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans, man.
We know that Sunshine.
Yeah.
Shout out to McEachern High School right up the street.
You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to the high school that was right up the street that did the movie right up the street from my house.
Okay,
right. So I mean, so literally, I like what Jacksonville is doing. I like their run game. I like the receivers. I like the passing game. Defense is looking good. They look like a well-run team. And Doug Peterson is a veteran coach, and he's come down to Jacksonville and do a hell of a job. So to see them get into the playoffs would be kind of cool as the division winners.
Do you see a major difference than, like, he's obviously doing better there than the Eagles, but do you think it's like coach of the year type shit?
Not quite, but he should be in consideration. I mean, from what he had to pick up, like what Urban Meyer left behind and how it was just so unsettled out there.
Yeah.
He took Trevor and he's developing Trevor as we thought Trevor was. We thought Trevor was going to be the guy.
Yeah.
He's just developing that and cultivating that. So, he should be in consideration. I mean, he shouldn't be the favorite, but for what he had to deal with, he should definitely be in consideration. I'm happy for Jacksonville too. Like, Doug Peterson went through a lot. I mean, you win the Super Bowl.
I was about to say that. Right. Doug Peterson knows how to develop quarterbacks too.
Yes, he does.
Because Carson Wentz was on the MVP roll that year.
Yeah.
Yes,
the
he
year
was.
that they won the Super Bowl.
Yes, he
was. He brought Nick Foles and he kept it rolling. They didn't miss a beat.
Facts.
So,
not at all. And won the Super Bowl. That's how much
exactly. Yeah, he can develop some quarterbacks. So now with him getting, like you guys said, Trevor Lawrence now, and look at how he's developed in 1 year compared to what he was doing last year. It's night and day right now. Like, he's actually looking like, that's the number one draft pick that everybody's been talking about. Because at first, he was on that Zach Wilson train for a minute.
Yeah.
Wow.
Trevor Lawrence is.
He was there, boy. It was so.
It was rough.
Yeah, it was real rough for a minute.
Zach Wilson train. Yikes.
That's a tough train to be on.
The milk hunter.
But those,
shout out to Zach Wilson.
Like you said, Wise, I like a Doug Peterson as a coach. I like a Dan Campbell as a coach. I like Steve Wilks. Look at what Steve Wilks is doing in Carolina. another coach that's doing a phenomenal job with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Bruh. Pause.
He said kind of.
You gotta relax.
He said,
"Hey, this is an overreaction show.
You gotta relax."
Hey, Sam, we gonna love you either way, my guy. We gonna love you either way.
All love.
My boy said, kind of. Hey, everybody did love sunshine. Everybody did love sunshine. These are the facts.
Anyways, go ahead.
Wow.
But I was just saying, those coaches that are doing a lot with nothing absolutely deserve. Oh man, they absolutely deserve to be mentioned in the Coach of the Year conversation. I don't think we should look at coaches that have the best record to be like, oh, you're Coach of the Year. I think it is what you do and how you develop talent and how you develop or change a team's culture. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that we need to look at, because why? Rod, Gina, we looking at least 3 teams that we can say were absolute trash, and the coaches have affected the culture in all 3 of those organizations.
Yeah.
What's the boy name in Philadelphia?
Nick Sirianni.
Right. I mean, does he deserve Coach of the Year as well? Yeah. His team is now what, 12-2, 13-2?
I think 13-3,
14-2, something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Does he deserve Coach of the Year as well for what he's done with Philadelphia? Yeah, he does. I mean, we can't discount the fact that they got great free agents. They had a great offseason, and they put the team together to win like they're winning. I can't discount his coaching for that because he's a winner. So he'll probably get it as he deserves it. But those other coaches, man, watch out for them, because if they come back on the same path that they're on as ending the season now, those 3 teams that we talking about, they may come back on a rampage next year.
Yeah.
Shock a whole lot of people.
Good.
Well, we'll find out for sure. And we'll be here for it on GinaReppinDaBay. Make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Let them know.
With y'all. We're not playing with y'all. Hit that button.
I need y'all to hit that button.
Sometimes I get a little deep on them. Sometimes.
There you go.
Typically not doing the overreaction.
Yeah.
Typically.
There are times when he's the voice of reason.
I want to go full
other times he's the chaos of out of control. So, he a voice of reason right now.
I'm trying to go full Caesar on the overreaction show.
Okay.
This guy.
Oh my God.
You gotta relax.
But yeah, that's the only team I really want to see do something is Detroit right now, and Jacksonville. They definitely deserve to, but in the playoffs, don't nobody else need to advance but us. Like, that's all I want to see advance.
Period. I don't care about none of these teams after that.
And to be honest, we'll talk about this as we get close to the playoffs. I don't even care about the seeding right now. I mean, it'd be cool to be 2, but whatever.
Just play.
Yeah.
Just play. We can go wherever.
Wherever.
It don't matter where. And our players know that they're gonna play, and then our fans, they travel regardless of where we go. So it don't matter.
Just give us a football and 120 yards, and we there. That's all we need.
How bad y'all want it? Let's see how bad y'all been talking at. Let's see.
Yeah, it literally doesn't matter where you guys are seated. We know the outcome. As long as this defense does the job, it is straight to the Super Bowl. It is. I mean, there's nobody in the NFC. I mean, the fact that Dallas and Philadelphia went back and forth, putting up 30, 40 points on each other. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Y'all not scoring no 30 and 40 points on the 49ers.
Not on us.
You're not. So y'all can have that fun in the NFC least if you want to. You know what I'm saying? So you're not putting up those numbers on the 49ers. You didn't put up those. You're not putting up those numbers on the Legion of Boom. You ain't put up on them numbers even on the Rams defense. You're not putting up those numbers. You're not. So y'all everybody want to talk about the NFC least. Y'all want to battle back and forth. All 4 teams can make it. All 4 teams are going home.
Works for me.
Out the NFC.
Works for me.
All 4 teams are going home. And if that means the Niners have to clip everybody off one at a time.
Like, we're getting people back at the right time. Like, now the offense is going to the next level now. Because Debo just said, Debo might be practicing Wednesday. He was already running last week. So now he might be practicing this week. Like, and then Elijah's supposed to be getting his window open back up, off of IR. Hey, man.
I'm not falling perfect time. Nate.
It's not even counting all our eggs early, saying it's the fact that I'm saying we're not afraid to go anywhere. That's what I mean by the season. If we gotta go somewhere and beat somebody, I'm not afraid of that. Like before, obviously you want home field advantage as long as you can have it.
Absolutely.
But there's nobody in the NFC that I'm like, I don't really want to go there right now. So that's what I'm saying. Like it don't
I'm truthfully not fearing the Vikings at all. I'm not fearing their defense. The way that they allowed the last 2 teams go up and down their field. Not even on they're playing out.
I'm not convinced they even get out the first round, to be honest with you.
That's what I'm saying. Lose one game.
So
it's over.
Why? It depends on who they go up against. And I will say this.
That's fair.
If they go up against the Washington Commanders or the New York Giants, they probably advance.
If they play the Commanders, I don't think they do. I think they can beat the Giants. Yes. The Commanders, I'm not sure.
That defense boys was a lot better than I thought. That defense was a lot better than I thought.
They're going and Brock Kirk just Cousins plays. With the lights on. Yeah.
No lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Because what we have been used to for so many years, that would have been a lot closer game had Jimmy Garoppolo been the QB.
Let me say this about Brock real quick. My favorite play was the first play of the game.
I was about to bring that up. I said the mere fact that man turned his back on that, and I said, "Oh, hey, he's never tried that with Jimmy G ever. I've never seen that play."
I don't think Jimmy could have made that play.
No way. No.
Hey,
come on now. Come on, Marcus. Yeah. Be honest, Marcus.
That shit was smooth. That shit was smooth. I ain't even gonna
be honest, Marcus.
That's what I said. I was like, "Oh, Brock different. Oh, he different. Yeah.
Like, I agree.
Brock is.
I showed was like, whoa, what's he doing? Oh, and I saw him. So I said, okay. I said right there. I said. Oh, now we've opened up something I ain't never. That's when I started skimming, and I said, "Oh, I will never want to see Jimmy G ever come off that bench ever again because of that play alone." And then the bootlegs that he throws out there.
Woo! Don't he look like a QB1?
Here he goes.
All right, man.
Just talk with me, Wise and Gina.
Yeah.
The bootleg when he did it to Kittle on his touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
That bootleg alone, how he got the cornerback to bite as hard as he did.
Mm-hmm.
The slot cornerback, for him to bite as hard as he did, to turn his back on him and then to flip around.
Yeah,
you're not doing that if that's Jimmy G. Jimmy G is crumbling.
There were so many times I saw where I was just like, "There's no way." Like if that were Jimmy, there were so many other plays, like even just little play action where I'm like, "Oh, Jimmy would have been going down right there. Jimmy is going down, and that play is not survived."
The touchdown pass he threw to Kittle that was supposed to go to Ray. Jimmy would have never threw that ball.
Right.
He would have looked at. He's like, "Oh, something don't look right out there." He would have held it. He would have thought of even Brock thought about it, but he still let it go. Jimmy would have never threw that pass. It would have
never would have thrown it, Wise. He never would have thrown that. That's why Brock Purdy
Hey, what up, Rod? What up, Gina? Dad, I hear you right now. Oh my God.
Well, I said, man, see, just keep it going, bro.
Keep it going.
I did. Keep it going. You know,
I didn't even follow up
he
with
trying.
nothing.
Look,
Yeah.
he trying.
I
Chaos.
didn't follow up with nothing. I was just giving props.
You know how that dude that go to the back door and he want to go jiggle the handle? That's Dan right now. He over there jiggling the handle in the back door. And you just look at him and go, look at him, go straight to that back door. Look at him.
Oh, it's all right, Dan.
Hey, I'm just recognizing the greatness in Brock Purdy.
Okay, that's cool. We appreciate it.
I mean,
I just feel like the way the offense moves now is just different. Like when you come out with plays like that, regardless if it's scripted or not, for you to even consider that type of call play on a rookie, hey man, that's a different type of trust. That's a different type of trust because now he's like, you know what, this boy can. Now, let me throw this one at them now. Like you got to respect everything. You got to respect the entire field now. So that's the scary part.
Has there ever been a Mr. Irrelevant this relevant?
I can't think of one.
Oh.
I'd have to go back through the list, but I can't think of one just off the dome.
I don't know about quarterbacks.
Brock Purdy may
but I heard Ryan Suckup is a Mr. Irrelevant.
Who?
Ryan Suckup is a Mr. Irrelevant. Is he?
He was a.
He's a kicker. He's the kicker. For Tampa, yeah. But he's not.
But he's no quarterback, obviously.
Right. He's not important. Ryan Suckup is a Mr. Irrelevant, as he should be. He's a kicker. Mm-hmm. Brock Purdy is a real proven quarterback in this league so far in the 3 games that we've seen.
Oh my God.
He has matched the stats of a Hall of Fame quarterback.
I wish I had my machine right now. Like I wish I had my machine right now. Oh man, dang. We're gonna have some good times, my guy. We're gonna have some good times. Like
I'm comparing him to a Hall of Famer. I'm saying Brock Purdy is a future Hall of Famer. You heard it here first. Brock Purdy will go into the Hall of Fame as a San Francisco 49er.
Okay, that's cool.
And
Congrats.
Trey Lance will be there to give him the speech.
All right, Dan. In other news, I won my fantasy game, so I'm in the finals. You know, shout out to Justin Herbert sticking it up tonight. So hey, it's good.
Hey.
It's good for me.
Hey, Miss Debbie gonna have you. Yep. See, Miss Debbie talk about go straight to the game with her.
There you go. Come on home, Dan. Come on home.
Are we going in San Fran? We going to the Bay?
Whoa.
She a season ticket holder. Shouldn't have said
Come
it
on
twice.
home, my guy.
Are we going to LA? Because either way, I'll come to San Fran or you can come to LA, whichever one. I mean, y'all say it's leave out north, south, east, west. You know.
Hold on. We don't just say that. It is what it is.
It is.
You know what it is. Like
I do know what it is. I just remember being in the stadium.
Okay.
I just remember being there with all the 49er fans. Okay. I just remember being there with all the 49er fans as they took that L.
No, you wasn't.
I wasn't.
Right. Don't even say that.
You was with the. Thank you, Miss Debbie. Thank you, Miss Debbie.
Hold on, Rod. Hold on, Rod.
Thank you, Miss Debbie.
Thank you.
Hold on. I was there in spirit. Okay. I felt the energy. Okay. I felt the
It's all right, Dan.
You know, I know what it's like to have your heart ripped out of your chest. I've been there. Just not
He's
last
a Knicks
night.
fan. He's a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
I'm coming, Miss Debbie. What you say, Rod?
You're a
I said
Knicks
because
fan.
you're a Knicks fan. So
Oh, I am a Knicks fan. You know, you we ain't even got to talk about that. That's the after show.
That's another podcast.
coast to coast.
we haven't even started the NBA podcast yet.
We haven't even started.
That's gonna be 2023.
There you go. Yo. Shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies. You know what it is. Shout out to the Grizzlies fans, all y'all. Thought y'all was coming down here on Christmas and spoiling Christmas. Nah. What did Clay say? You got to win something first before you start talking. Win
Hey,
something.
that's what he said.
Yeah, you
That's
got to
what
win
That's what he
something
said.
first. So all that yapping about the dynasty.
Yeah.
Shout out to Memphis. It's Dub Nation over here. You know what it is.
Yeah, Sin, you
Ooh.
can say Frisco.
Say it with your chest. Straight like that.
We know the 80s was rough.
Hey, real quick on another sports topic since we in here.
House.
Hey, has Carlos Correa passed the physical yet? We still waiting. Like, I mean,
I don't
ain't nothing
know.
official with the Mets yet.
Thank you, Nate.
Last I heard,
Carlos Correa.
What's up with my man on them roids?
Maybe we dodged a bullet there. Maybe my Farhan slander was a little too hard. He still might need to get clipped, but I might have went over the top. So
you don't want Correa?
I ain't say all that, but the money they was talking would have had to been renegotiated. Clearly, something's going on because if the Mets is balking at it now, something ain't right. So whatever they seeing, something not right. So hey, shout out to Carlos Correa, by the way, if you watching. Shout out, Carlos. Hope your legs doing well, my guy.
Get your money, man.
Get paid, yeah. Get
Money,
paid.
man.
Get paid. So
Dan the Deep.
Yeah.
Where's my shovel at?
Hey, Marcus, I'm never gonna miss an opportunity.
Hey, Marcus, be honest. Since you're a Jimmy G fan, is Jimmy G, even if he comes back off of his injury, we still rolling with Brock Purdy, correct? I just want to see you type that because I know damn well you're not about to say we need to go back to Jimmy G.
Stand
You're
on
a
it.
fan. You're a stand and all, but it's no way in hell you're gonna tell me that's the way to go.
Y'all be straight dissing Jimmy G, man. Y'all be straight dissing.
You're telling me Jimmy G's better than Brock Purdy right now.
I'm telling you, I can hear Jimmy.
No, Marcus. Don't say we got to rock with the hot hand. Say it what it is. Say what it is.
That is a honest answer because he's not going to do what you all have done, and that is butcher the Jimmy G name. When Jimmy G has been nothing but loyal to all of you, all three of you. I want you to look in the all three.
Loyal to us.
He's been loyal.
He had no damn choice. What you mean? Loyal.
I was rocking with Jimmy. He was doing good. I was like, yeah, go Jimmy, go. But he went down, and the sad part is he can't come back.
Jimmy,
I mean, that's sad for me.
I had a Gucci Polo jersey. I was down with Jimmy, but then Jim, like I said, Jimmy started. He couldn't stay healthy. First off, and then he started making them boneheaded decisions. I was like, all right, Jimmy, we got to get you out of here.
Something else. Jimmy G literally saved your season.
And so did Purdy.
It's funny you say that, but yet you've been talking about the defense for the last 3 weeks, how great the defense is, and how elite the defense has been. But Jimmy saved the season, right? Jimmy saved the season. We bring in Brock here now. He elevating the offense, but no, Jimmy saved it. No, that defense is what was doing it.
Look, you guys, we got a viewer from Twitch. What's up?
What up, Damien?
What's up?
Literally, all I'm saying is somebody has to run the offense. And we can agree that Jimmy G did a good, decent job in running the offense because, yes-wise, the defense was able to save him. Because if it was up to Jimmy, you guys would have more L's. But Jimmy didn't do anything bad.
Are
he
we
didn't
sure?
turn the ball over. What?
Are we sure?
What? Are you saying Jimmy was not a game manager?
No, you said we would have more L's.
If Jimmy
didn't have Jimmy, are we sure?
Well, we're not saying that Purdy was ready back then, are we?
We don't know that.
We don't.
That's a fact. We don't.
That's a fact. That's the part we don't know. Like
we'll never know because
we'll never know.
To Jimmy to Brock, so we'll never know.
We'll
if Brock
never
was
know.
Ready week
or
4.
not. Exactly.
We'll never know.
Wait, hold on. What did Marcus say? Hold on. What did he say? Okay. There you go, Marcus. I'll take that. He's outplayed him this season.
Absolutely.
I respect that.
We can all agree to that. But what
I'm just making sure Marcus going. I'm make sure of that.
But what Marcus is not doing is throwing Jimmy G under the bus like the rest of you Niner fans.
Who is throwing him under the bus?
Oh,
what have we said that's throwing him under the bus?
About Jimmy now that Brock Purdy
name one thing that was a lie that we talked
have we
about
lied?
with Jimmy.
Is Brock not playing better? Let us
give
know.
Him his time. Give him his time. Give him his time.
Give him the big screen.
Name one thing. Yeah. Name one thing that we were lying about. Go.
One thing that you were lying about? That Jimmy G didn't come in and right the ship.
What?
Jimmy came on the ship.
That's not an answer.
He assumed the captain role, and he said, "Look at me, look at me. I'm the captain now." And he got you some wins.
Oh
okay?
My gosh! All right.
He got you some wins. What you
That's
guys
a good way of not answering the question.
Fans.
That's a good way of not answering the question.
I answered the question.
You're gonna tell? That's never been anything that we've ever said.
What I'm telling you is what Marcus isn't going to do. He's not going to say Jimmy G was not a good quarterback. You guys will say that Jimmy G was not a good quarterback.
What did I say before? I said Jimmy G is a great game manager. He managed the game. And there's nothing wrong with that. See, people take game manager and make it a negative thing.
Right. Thank you, Marcus.
That's what he
Trey wasn't going to win 4 games.
Oh my gosh! How do we know that? We don't know that.
Well, so how many games?
Don't know that.
What is Trey Lance's professional record today?
Oh my gosh! Damn, I'm not going to go into this with you, my guy.
All I want to know is Jimmy came in and won 4 games. Mm-hmm. How many games has Trey won this year? That the games that he started. Is he 1-1? 1-2?
1-1.
He's 1-1. He's 1-1.
Marcus, you know you forget most of the games you see play, my guy. We love you though, my guy. We love you, but chill.
Marcus, they don't want to face reality, man.
What's reality? What's the reality though?
The reality is Trey Lance is not better than Brock Purdy today.
No. Today. I want you to say this. I want you to everybody clip this. Get your time stamp it. 2 minutes, 2 hours, 13 minutes. Is Trey Lance trash, Dan? Is he trash?
No, I want him.
Okay. Rest my case.
And there you have it.
What are we talking about?
There you go. Rest my case.
Wise, you know the goal.
Rod,
I know. Gina,
I know what it is.
I want Trey Lance on the Rams.
There you go. That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear.
And I want Trey Lance for 1 pick.
I bet you would. Yeah.
Thank you, Damien.
I bet
Appreciate
you would.
it. Thank you, Damien.
One thing I will never do, Wise, is lie. I won't lie.
This is great.
What I will do is
shout out to Nate. Shout out to Nate.
To be on your team.
Shout out to Nate. Yo, shout out to Nate. Yes. Come on home, Dan.
Did GM you that?
Yeah. Come on home, Dan.
Come on home, boss.
Come on home, my guy.
I wanna go. Marcus said Trey Lance is sparkling blue toilet water. It looks good going down during the flush. Oh yeah, nice and clean toilet bowl. It looks good, but you're still flushing shit.
All right, I gotta go, man.
Crazy how y'all all talking this and y'all want them though.
Yeah, it's all right.
Hey man, I am just agreeing with the collective 49er community that understands greatness when they see it.
Wow.
Whoa, whoa.
Wow.
What greatness on defense, right?
No.
You're not talking about that quarterback.
No, because Brock.
You're not talking about that quarterback. Whoa. Are you talking? Who's greatness?
Brock Purdy has now been.
Who is greatness?
I'm gonna tell you. Brock Purdy is now into a conversation with another Hall of Famer by the name of Kurt Warner. For the first 3 games of his NFL career as Mr. Irrelevant, he has thrown for multiple TDs in his first 3 games in his NFL career. No one has ever done it before except one. Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner led the Rams to a Super Bowl, greatest show on turf, Hall of Famer. What I'm telling you is Brock Purdy is on the same path. Brock Purdy will
JB's comment.
Brock Purdy will be an NFL
Oh my God.
quarterback. Brock Purdy will be in the Hall of Fame.
Why is this even an argument right now? I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Why is Trey?
Whether you guys want to accept the fact that Brock Purdy is your future, not Trey Lance. Brock Purdy wins you a Super Bowl. All of you all will have to say, Dan,
thank you, Brock. No, we're gonna say thank you, Brock. Appreciate it.
And he's gonna be QB1 going into season.
Look, I'm gonna say
23.
this. I'm gonna say this, and this is the only time I'm gonna address this. Whatever happens in the offseason, we win the Super Bowl, cool, open competition. Whoever wins the competition, I'm rolling with. It don't matter. Whoever becomes QB1, it don't matter. I'm going to roll with the starter, and I'm going to support the backup. It is what it is. But it's not going to be a bad problem to have. I ain't going to be mad.
At all.
There might be fans out there who don't want to see one quarterback over the other.
Life. Exactly.
I don't care that much.
Personal feel.
I root for the team on the front of the jersey. It ain't about the back of the jersey. So it don't matter to me like that. But I get it. You got to stir it up for the Niner fans. You got to stir it up, man. I get it. Chaos.
I mean,
chaos.
Stirring it up. It is internally. I'm just expressing what other 49er fans are expressing. And the facts are, Trey Lance has given you nothing.
Say it with me, Dan. Fellow 49er fans. Fellow 49er fans. Because you coming home, my guy. You're going to get rid of that Rams hat.
And neither is Jimmy Garoppolo either. He's never given us anything either.
I'm putting it out
there. Even in the playoffs, he's gotten even worse. He's actually a worse quarterback come playoff time. So why wouldn't we want to roll with Brock Purdy instead of Trey or instead of
you said it right. Instead of Trey Lance, you said it right. You are absolutely correct. And I will say this. After Brock Purdy wins you a Super Bowl, I'm coming home.
That is my comment, right? That is hilarious.
And I'm rocking that Purdy jersey. And I'm rocking that Purdy jersey.
Oh my gosh.
Purdy for
Jimmy
president.
Took us to a bowl.
He don't make much sense.
Wait. Marcus. Hold on. Marcus, you do know that Jimmy threw 8 passes.
Put some respect on his name.
In the NFC Championship. 8 passes. We rode the back of Raheem in that game. Put respect on Jimmy's name. What did he do against the Vikings that game in that year? What did he do against the Vikings, y'all? In the playoffs. The year that we went to the bowl. Playoffs time, I'm saying. What did he do in the playoffs against the Vikings? Anybody want to tell me?
He handed the ball off well.
Handed the ball off well. We don't remember the passes he threw.
It's the facts. It's what happened. Like,
it's like, why are we arguing with this?
Yeah, Damien.
Shout out to Damien. Welcome to the family, my guy.
Appreciate it. Hey, tell a friend to tell a friend. We appreciate you. Look for the Patreon too. He won. No, we won as a team. Not he won. Don't go in there. Come on, Marcus. Come on, man. See, you can't give me a quarterback fact yet. You can't give me a quarterback fact about Jimmy. That's the part that I don't like arguing with people. Like, this is an upgrade right now we have with Brock. Like, what Brock is doing is something we have never seen with Jimmy G. That's a fact. Y'all both know this. Even as Jimmy G fans, the passes that we're doing. Come on, man.
Yeah.
We're averaging more points with Brock Purdy. It's not a coincidence. You can say, oh, well, because of CMC being here. He had the same ones. But guess what? He also had Debo. Debo's not even running with Brock Purdy right now. So there you go. That solidifies my argument. This man is just showing and proving right now. This offense looks way different now. Yep. This is what we have been used to. Like that little offense in Atlanta, how it was looking there. This is somewhat what we get now. Like, oh, this is really what the playbook was genuinely supposed to look like. Not no little rinky-dink 10 yards across the middle. That's just honest.
Wait, don't change this into a Purdy argument.
Yo, no,
it is what it is.
This is the thing. Damian just said, tell Dan, where's your wins against us in the regular season for the last 4 years? Rod, can you answer that question for me, please? Because, Rod, we've discussed this already. Please let Damian know how I feel about all of your wins in the last 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons. Please let Damian know that I could care less about the regular season. And the game that we needed to beat you in, Damian, was last year. In the post season, where it counts. Regular season sounds good. You guys have been whooping our ass for the last 4, 5, 6 years. You have. Yes, you have, Damian. Oh, yes. But when it counted, where was your win then, Damian? Oh, no.
I swear I'm gonna have a violin sound effect. I swear.
Please.
I swear I am.
Can you download the DJ Cali congratulations you played yourself part?
You know what? I'm gonna add that to the.
Damian doesn't know about the Steinway in the back. He don't know. I will tickle the keys for a little bit of, loving you. So easy to do. Yeah, I'll give you that. Damian.
The Steinway.
But hold on. Look at what Marcus said. My boy Jimmy threw the pig.
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. Like, hold on.
We love Jimmy.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to the playoffs, though, you gotta speak with facts. Like, yes, he was a part of getting us to the championship, but he was not like he was the needed portion. Like, I could have handed the ball off to Raheem. You could have handed the ball off. Like, that wasn't the hardest job that day. That's just facts. Like, anybody could have did that. The way they was running the ball.
Hey, I gotta get out of here, y'all. I gotta get this food. Like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Again, salute. You know I love y'all. GinaReppinDaBay. She about to blow up, y'all. The whole. Oh my God.
We all are.
Get on board now. Because we're gonna have so much fun. Get on board now, y'all. Like, you already see what's going on, how we having fun on here. Like, get on board. Organic. Like Rod said, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell them.
Hit us up. We about to have some fun.
So tell them.
You're gonna want to know us now.
Oh yeah. Because what Ye used to say? Can't tell me nothing. Because pretty soon you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. Like, yeah. So get on board now. I'll see y'all. What we doing it Thursday, Friday? What we doing? We'll talk about it. Just let me know.
Right. It might even be Saturday. I don't know. Friday, Saturday.
Whatever. I'll be.
Let me know the time.
Yeah, just let me know.
Me and Dan might be in the same. We might be in the same building because we'll be together this weekend. Now we'll be in St. Louis. Yeah, we'll be in St. Louis this weekend.
We're going home, baby.
I'm taking my stuff up there.
Wise, I'm going home, baby. I'm going home to talk to my Rams fans in the loop, baby.
There you go. Enjoy that. Again.
Follow us on all social media.
Oh, facts. Oh, yeah. Hit that subscribe button.
Absolutely.
Follow everybody. Dan, Rod, Gina,
all
boy. All platforms. Back. No doubt. Follow back.
I love the talk. I love conversation. Let's go.
Can't wait to
see all y'all.
Real quick, I'm about to drop my top 10 sneakers of the year pickups. It's gonna be some heat in there because all you boy do is get heat. So make sure y'all check that out when y'all get me. So
I'll
see y'all.
9.5, Wise. 9.5 on everything you got, Wise.
Hey, if I had it, I send it to you, Dan, along with the 49er hat. I got you. So, hey, I love y'all, man. Love the chat, everybody.
Salute.
Hey, stay up. For sure.
Salute.
Love you too. Thank you.
Appreciate that, Nate.
I'm gonna have to go soon too because I realized sitting here with my back. But I mean, if you guys want to keep the show going, whatever, it's up to you.
I mean, we good. We good this week. We had a great show. Thanks everybody for coming out, supporting as always. Our regulars, Miss Debbie, Marcus, Nate, my guy, Sin. Who else we got out there? Melissa ain't here today, but shout out. I know she's gonna see it later on. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, Damien, for subscribing and joining the show and joining the family and the team. Like, thank you so much. We really appreciate y'all. We just want to come on here and have some fun with everybody, and we really, really appreciate the love. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Genuinely.
Sister. He's such a crack up. Name the show Last Take if you do this every night. Yeah, like the guy said, thank you so much. And of course, a special shout out to Miss Debbie for being our one and only Patreon. If you're watching this, can you please
Miss Debbie,
consider joining? And don't forget to watch the very, very end because we have a little outro. And also special thanks to Nate and Marcus for being our moderators.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
y'all.
This is awesome. I love talking sports, and I couldn't do it without all our new co-hosts.
Absolutely. We appreciate all the new folks, the newbies,
love y'all.
oldies. I appreciate y'all. Hey, this is another one.
Yes, Dan's on Twitter.
Yes,
Dan's on Twitter. He is. I linked his new Twitter on. It's coming up on the scroll right there. Yep,
Somebody
there it
needs
is.
to help him out because he said he doesn't know how to put out tweets and stuff yet. So
I sure don't.
It's
we've been tagging him and he's not responding. He responded like to the first one.
I'll be like, hey.
Hey, I think I know what to do. Nah, not yet.
Thank you, Nate. I love it.
Thanks, Nate. Thanks, Sin. Thanks, Damien. See you soon. See you on the next show. Definitely.
Absolutely. Appreciate
Thanks, everybody. And with that, we're going to sign out and appreciate all y'all. And here we go.
Appreciate it.
Go Niners!
Bang, bang.